Hey, hey everybody. Hey everyone, live. How are you? What's up, YouTube? Hopefully everyone's doing good. Yeah, today we are doing our CVC grind. CVC started about 2 hours ago or something. Pretty early for me. It's not even 4 a.m. So apologies if I don't sound super sharp right out of the gate. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Hopefully everybody is having a good CVC. Hey, good morning everybody. Hello. Hopefully you guys are doing good. First things first, make sure you guys pick up your clan quests right away. All right, guys, make sure you guys get those clan quests. Don't forget about them. Let's get started. I haven't done anything most of the day. Took it pretty easy. So got lots to do in terms of just doing the dailies, I guess. But see if we get some CC luck here with this chest. Hey, a void shard. Void shard is CC luck, I'd say. Hello, France. How are you? I'd say a void shard is CC luck. Happy with that. Oh, my stuff is not ready. That's interesting. I would be ready by now. Okay, so nothing. All right. So clan chest. Make sure you guys stay on top of your ancient shards. Do some tag team. Get that out of the way. I think I got like 5 bags to go through. You pulled Arachi today. Grats, man. Make sure you check out my latest video actually on Arachi. Or Arashi, sorry, Arashi, sorry. He's not bad, but he doesn't yeah, he's a little bit disappointing, I guess. If you like compare him to like Taras. But he's, he's not bad. Not bad. I like his A1 and his A2 is good. His A3 seems kind of weakish, but his A2 seems good and his A1 seems good. And in general, his kit is pretty good. Like it kind of makes sense. Like he can veil himself. He can consistently, he can consistently do it, which is a good thing. So you can enable all his, his bonuses and stuff. So morning, Dustin. Morning, Brandon. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Being Spirit Affinities of Fortune. Yeah, I feel that too. Yeah, when I was testing him, I was like, affinity. But it could be just what I was playing against. Honestly, like testing on the test server is it's pretty bad, to be honest. Like, it's not fun. It's not fun, and I'm sure as the viewer, it's not fun. Watching basically the same teams over and over again. And it would be more fun if we have more variety, right, on the test server. Like, nice to catch you live. Hey, what's up, man? Hello from UK. Welcome. You're 4 months in, so you should be pretty good where you are. I'd be careful about that. If you're 4 months in, depends, right? Depends if you're a spender or not. But 4 months in, you probably don't have too many books, right? So you have to prioritize a little bit differently because you're so early. I don't think he's like that type of champion that will help people's account super early. So you have to be careful about that. Just because he's a legendary doesn't mean that he's good enough, good enough for your account. Hero path, summon rush, souls, maybe. Yeah, it could be souls. Yeah. The only reason why I don't think it's souls is because we recently just had 2 soul events, right? We recently just had like a deck with souls, and then we just had a soul chase, and then it's unlikely that they'll throw that many soul. Like that would have been like 1 soul event per week, which is which feels a little bit out of place. Of course possible, but it just feels a little bit out of place to have one per week for 3 weeks. But for sure, dungeon divers, like that's like I would put money on that. Um, and then I would say it's probably champion training. Because sorry, dungeon diving and summon rush. Sorry, I would put money on those two. So yeah, if there's a third one, then great. Yeah. Sorry. Good morning, guys. Yep. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Is it morning for everybody, or everybody just knows it's morning for me? Good morning, guys. I'm free to play. I get books from Ultra Nightmare Nightmare. Nice. If you're doing Ultra Nightmare after 4 months, that's really good. So good. You check the Dungeon Diver point fragment? I haven't yet, actually. I literally just woke up, maybe like 10 minutes ago. Clean myself up a little bit, and then I'm late for my own stream, so I started streaming. But yeah, we'll take a look at it together. I'm just doing the tag team stuff because tag team takes time to reset, so you might as well do it first and then and then do other things while you're resetting. It's afternoon for me, but can tell it's morning for you. Yikes. 6 a.m. All right. Yeah, it's 4 a.m. for me. So 4 a.m. for me. Got some coffee. I'm trying something different here. I'm trying this electrolyte water drink. So it's just like powder you put in water and it has like electrolytes. I want to see if it kind of helps. I don't know. Trying to cut down the coffee a little bit, but man, so hard. I'm like 2 or 3 cup a day coffee kind of guy, you know? And like the only days off where I don't drink that much coffee is maybe on the weekend. Maybe. That maybe. But yeah, I'm a minimum 2 coffee a day guy. Today is finally Marius Day. Congrats. Yeah, Marius is the one. He's the free to play god that we all need, right? I think they will add some more souls to collect in the hero's path like last year. Yeah. The hero's path could be souls. Yeah, hero's path could definitely be souls. It could be I don't know. It would be this fusion soul. It wouldn't be this fusion soul. But I don't know. It could be for the partner too. It could be for Moto. You know, could be for Moto. I don't think Moto is super attractive right now to everybody, so they'll probably just offer it up in a hero's path. Maybe. I don't know. Go look at the Dungeon Diver. Okay, everyone's talking about the Dungeon Diver. I'm interested in having a look then. Good morning. It's bad? Shit. Lady Noel, Sir Nick, Haikatoon, Geo, and Doom Priest. Oh, nice. Oh, wow. You literally got the last, the Titan event and the last fusion, and it got you a Ultra Nightmare routine. Yeah, congrats. Yeah, that's great. Good job, guys. Yeah, figured it out. Beat the game already. Dungeon Diver isn't bad. It's average. I do think the average is high, but still. 12 cups a day? Jesus, man. Jesus, man. You gotta take it easy on that. For the sake of your heart. 2 copies is rookie numbers? Yeah, I think so, eh? I'm just trying to be conservative here. Just trying to be conservative. I don't want to say 3 and then undershoot. I'm probably more closer to 3. But yeah, I'm trying to cut down, man. Trying to cut down, man. I can't believe my clan lied to me. They are tier 2. I was told tier 5. That's hilarious. I mean, that happens. And I'm sorry that happened to you, but that's funny. That's funny. I was able to put decreased defense on Stultus. Do you know why? What do I miss? I was able to put decreased defense on Stultus. Irresistible? Is that possible? I don't know, actually. Interesting. Drink water? Lots of water, yeah. Last year they did Yumiko cardio CP. Okay. 12 a.m. Yeah, it's nighttime somewhere, everywhere, so can't catch everybody at the perfect times, you know. Sorry, I'm playing on my other account as well, so I look away from the screen. Not super attractive. Yeah. No queen and knight soul events yet, right? Yeah, nothing. You know, yeah, you could maybe expect something from the hero's path. Okay, let's have a look at the dungeon diver together before I do other things. 5,000 dungeon diver points. No one sleeps. Yeah, it's 5,000 points. One energy drink a day. You know, I used to be an energy drink a day, sometimes two a day, when I was younger. Maybe like 15 years ago. I cut that hard, man. I got like mega jitters from that after a while. Like I drank that for like a couple years, like while I was in university and stuff, and then I cut that super hard. I was just like, yeah, this stuff's not good for me. Like, yeah, it's not good for me. Anyways, let's take a look at the dungeon diver. Okay, so we got 3-day dungeon diver. Let's see how bad it is. Oh, what the hell? There's a third row? Oh my god, there's a third row? Really? Okay, so 3-day dungeon diver, 36 for 5. I think that's no, that's not normal, right? Usually dungeon diver ends at 37. Dungeon diver ends at 37 for the fragments. So why the fuck is this 45? This is expensive. What do you guys think? By drinking hot chocolate instead, I want to drink something warm. Okay, hot chocolate. Caffeine. I was, yeah. I still kind of am actually. Yeah. I don't have the best sleep habits. Yeah, I try to jam too much in a day, and I think that's just kind of bad habit. It's usually 3,700 for 3 days. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. 10 frags. Yeah, but usually dungeon diver is 10, isn't it? Isn't it 10 usually? This seems not right. This seems like a 4-day, right? This seems like a 4-day event. 3-day is 3,700. 4-day is 49. But fuck, man, that's a lot. Because like, this is like 5k energy. This is almost 5k energy. Maybe 4.5, 4.6 or something. So this is like 6k energy. No one got 6k energy to do this. Fuck. It's 2 dungeon divers combined. There's an event, dungeon event tomorrow. Oh, there is? Okay. It'd be fine if it was longer event. Yeah. Is this the only dungeon diver? There is only one on the calendar. But the hero's path is likely going to be dungeon diver. With summon rush. Because there's only one dungeon diver, right? Oh, okay, I see. You got the Queen's Fury here. Giving away oils, too. I think that was normal. Still, I don't want to see this. That's a heavy dungeon diver. How's this training look? 3-day training? That's pretty standard. 61. 11 for the book. Man, these rewards suck. What the fuck? These rewards are horrendous. Okay, definitely stop at the fragments. It's the time limit that's the problem. Yeah. 3 days is too much. The masks at 65 are so exaggerated. The only interesting rewards, to be honest, are too overpriced. Yep. Very expensive. This fusion is really bad. Maybe you will never get the other guy from Shard, so it's wasting resources. Next fusion will be OP. Yeah, it's possible, yeah. 37. This is giving this fusion. Nature's Wrath all day on Ninja. Yes. No double dip. Ninja's Dungeon Divers 2 energy time expensive. Makes me think even more that the Hero's Path would be DD. Yeah. Hero's Path should be Summon Rush DD. But yeah, that's it's pretty expensive, guys. Doesn't help that people don't really want to do the fusion. So now, after seeing the Dungeon Diver right away, I mean, you definitely don't want to do the fusion now. But I don't know, man. That sucks. I mean, we can skip 15. We can skip 15. The thing is energy is like kind of the easiest, one of the easier resources to farm, hold, and use, I guess, like more freely. Like I would rather use energy than shards, right? Ooh, CC luck right away. Ooh, 4 big essences right away. Fusion is meh AF, yeah. Fusion is kind of meh. The thing is, here's the thing, guys. If you guys got Mad Hatter, you guys could probably skip this. But if you guys skip Mad Hatter, then you guys definitely should be skipping this. If you skip Mad Hatter, you definitely should be skipping this. And you definitely should stop listening to whoever you listen to. That's all I gotta say. A lot of people didn't like Mad Hatter. A lot of people didn't like Mad Hatter, and I don't know why. I was like, what? Why? Why don't you like Mad Hatter? It's like he's a good champion. And he is a good champion. And the more people that use him are like, yeah, he's a good champion. I'm like, yeah, he is a good champion. So if you said to yourself you're gonna skip Mad Hatter, like you definitely need to skip this one. She's just worse, right? She's worse. She's more I can't even say she's more arena centric because Mad Hatter is pretty good. He has the passive fear, right? The passive 6-turn fear. That's pretty good. But yeah, she's not as good. She's not bad. Don't get me wrong, guys. She's not bad. But she's not good. Not good enough. Not good enough. Skipping after Noel, Sir Nick, and Mad Hatter, Titans are exhausting. True, yeah. Fusion feels like too much work. Sure does. Yeah, 49.50 for that first dungeon diver. Gonna shut out a lot of people right away. No, you should go for Nature's Wrath. I think it's still the best right now. For Hydra, I assume. CVC, so we'll get some energy, and thank God there's energy in Clan Shop. Oh, energy in Clan Shop. Oh, awesome. Awesome. Mad Hatter's amazing Hydra. Yeah. That's why I was like, yo, Mad Hatter's great. Mad Hatter's great. And there's some people that didn't like him, man. I was like, am I wrong here? Am I wrong? Like there was enough people that didn't like him that I was confused. I was straight up confused. I'm like, am I seeing something wrong? Does everybody have Teox? Is everybody packing Teoxes? That's why Mad Hatter looks like nothing. No. But yeah, I think if you guys passed on Mad Hatter, then maybe, you know, you guys don't have time to do fusions, right? Like, but I wouldn't go out of my way to do Esme if you guys passed on Hatter. Unless you guys, you know, it was during the holidays, so Hatter maybe was a bit harder. Actually, was it? It wasn't actually. It was during January. Sorry. Yeah, Hatter's good. Hatter's good. Block buffs, yeah. Block buffs. Seeing Nut do more damage than Marius seems like a scam. Don't even read Fusion's kit, I just do them. Yeah, it's... You know, I was talking about this to some people, some of my Reddit mods, and, you know, we all play the game pretty seriously and all that, and we're talking about fusions, or this Esme fusion. And I was like, why even talk about it? Why even talk about it, man? Like, we're just going through the paces here, right? We just do it. We just do it. Doesn't matter. Like, you see this stupid Dungeon Diver 49.50? It's like, yeah, okay. That sucks. But we're just gonna do it. It's so bad, man. It's so bad. It's kind of like you're doing the fusion because there's something to do. And like for me, like, yeah, some of these events kind of suck. Like, and I'm for sure, like, for a lot of people that are still progressing through the games, like, yeah, they definitely suck. But I'm just going through this, like, the paces, right? I'm just like, oh, they put 49.50 Dungeon Diver? Okay, I guess that's a challenge. I guess I'll do more, you know, event dungeon. I guess I'll do, you know. But then you just end up doing it, regardless if the fusion is bad or not. Like, some fusions I just do, like, exactly, you don't read the kit. You just do it. You just do it. And then it's like, oh, I got it. Oh, what did I do? What did I use with it? Nothing. It just goes in the vault. And, you know, like, my biggest argument actually for a long time was actually, oh, I'll use it for faction guardians. Because, you know, free to play, you don't pull as many shards, blah, blah. You never fill up your faction guardians. And now I'm finding myself actually, like, having a lot of my faction guardians filled out. So now I can't even like use them for faction guardians. So now I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get them so I can get faction guardians for them, and then I can empower somebody else. So I can remove faction guardians for somebody else and then empower them. So now I'm thinking more towards like, oh, I'm just gonna do fusions just because I want to empower champions later or whatever. I don't know. It's just kind of, yeah, you just cook up your own reasons to do stuff. At the end of the day, you're just playing Pokemon, right? Gotta catch them all or whatever. That's what I think. You just gotta catch them all. People don't care about Hydra now, even more so Auto Hydra. Yeah, it's crazy, right? It's like, hey, let's fix Hydra. Oh, it's broken. Oh, don't worry, guys, we'll correct this. Oh, here's instant battles. Let's never talk about Hydra again. Yeah, some shit like that. 6-star crushing random cat's gaze. Oh man, that's nuts. Nature, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I think Nature's Wrath is better. Correct me if I'm wrong, but been playing from January. Okay, so 1 year. The only fusion I did is Emic. I don't do fusions. I mean, you know, some people, a lot of people can't just because of time. Because of time, right? It's time intensive. It means you gotta play every day. It also means you have to follow a schedule of play. That's the thing. People don't like to, you know, some people can't follow like a schedule to play. Like they just play whenever they play. So having to follow a schedule is actually difficult. So some fusions are not just, some people just can't do fusions. Like their schedules just don't work. What's up, Inferno? What's up, man? Did you spend gems on mission where you need to get 80 essences? Yes. Yes. When I was doing those missions, I spend the gems every day. I just like, you know what? This is what it is, man. And it still took me like, I don't know, 3 weeks or something. So it's a grind. It's a grind. But at the end of the day, you're still getting like pretty critical resource for an end game, you know, for an end game upgrade. So you're working towards Marius and you're working towards, you know, soul stones, which are, you know, end game upgrade, right? So it's not all lost. And at the end of the day, it's just gems, right? Because you can farm gems. You can't really farm coins that much. So having more of it, it's not the end of the world. It's not like it's not like totally wasting it. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Sorry. How would you rank Stock, Noel, Mad Hatter, Esme? Yeah, Esme would be last. Personally, I love Mad Hatter. I think Mad Hatter would be number 1. But I can see Noel being really good for certain accounts. Because Noel is a team revive, is team CC. You would probably bring her if you're still climbing through like dungeons and stuff and like Doom Tower waves. Mad Hatter, like he's more of a damage pumper, you know, like he'll boost up your damage, but that means you need to have like an established team before he can really excel. Where Noelle basically just carries like, you know, a shit team, right? Like she can carry like a shit team. So it really depends on where you are in the game. Stock's fine, but from my testing, Stock can't do it himself. He also needs a good team. So yeah, you know, yeah, my room, they're doing some electrical work in my room, so they cut a big hole in the wall and there's a cold draft that comes through. So yeah, it's freaking cold in this office. So I have to wear a blanket, guys. That's the way it goes, you know. I keep doing fusions that now I'm lacking gear. Gain champions quicker than gear. Yeah, I think most people gain champions faster than gear, and then yeah, gear is a big problem for a lot of accounts that I see. Spender or not spender, to be honest. And you know, I think Raid does that on purpose, right? They overwhelm you with champion options, which, you know, breaks your focus and spreads your resources thin. That's how they get you, right? They do that right away on day 1, actually, with all the legendaries that they give away for free. Yeah. Mm. 4.5 years. I just got my first Bannerlord faction guardian. I'm long way from being full. Oh, really? Banner Lords is actually my worst as well. But yeah, a lot of my faction guardians are starting to fill up. I would say I'm probably like 3/4 done, to be honest. But granted, I'm not so like shard hoardy, I think. Like I find a lot of people like they hoard shards, so they have like really high amounts. I actually look for instances to spend shards because like holding shards doesn't mean like you're improving your account. You just need to hold enough so that you can do stuff without, you know, without missing out on stuff. But doesn't mean you need to hold so much, right? So I actually look for opportunities to spend shards whenever I can. So I find that I'm a little bit more loose. Also, being a content creator and stuff, you know, pulling shards is just a thing, right? So, you know, sometimes I'm guilty of pulling shards during events that I would otherwise not, kind of for content sometimes. It's like, oh, I should probably skip this 1+1, but 1+1s are so fun and they make, you know, easy, good content. So, you know, I'm guilty of that, right? Once in a while. But obviously I have to be a little bit more conscious of it because I don't buy shards or anything like that. So, but yeah, definitely guilty of splurging sometimes on the shard pulls. But as we all know, it's like it comes down to gear, right? So it doesn't matter. You can have so many champions. So it's all about gear in the end. Gear or gearing, actually. Some people can't gear a team properly. And they can't make a team properly. So they can't put champions together. First of all, they can't put champions together. Second of all, they can't gear the champions properly because they don't know how or they don't have the gear. So there's a lot of issues, right? Beyond just having the champions. I'm never skipping fusion again. So many people convinced me Queen and Korra was mid, and now I'm not skipping anymore. Yeah, Ancora's she's good. I use Ancora by herself without King Narcissus. So that's how good she is for me. And my account is, you know, pretty end game, right? So which can empower a champ with anyone from their faction, not specific champs. Okay. Yeah, I think so. And I also think like they should just let people empower rares. Like, why not? Who cares, right? Like, it's not a big deal. And it might be fun in some instances. Like if you're doing like a rare only, tournament or something, like, man, give people that +4 cold hard, you know? Like, who cares? Poorly built Thor on Savage destroying hard Spider 10 with Cat's Gaze is fun. Nice. Nice. I've never actually tried Thor on Spider yet. I still use Eric's just because I have her built and she's ready to go, and you know, I don't really think too hard about it nowadays. Like farming those regular dungeons, they're just kind of energy sink, you know what I mean? Like for me, like those regular dungeons are straight up energy sinks. They're nothing from there is like really important anymore. Crafted 2 gazes and 1 from event. Nice. Athena, good morning. Good morning, Evan. Say it's Chimera. Did I say Chimera? It's Chimera, man. What's up, Patriot? Early mid-game started on December. Wow, very early. Missed out on Mad Hatter. Free to play. Got Brogni on double Lego. Nice. That's a great one. Stuck on debuff spread is missing. Stuck since debuff spread is missing. You don't need debuff spread. Debuff spread is a very rare ability, but Brogni's a great carry early on, so congrats. Played over a year, never done a fusion. I mean, yeah, like I said, some people's schedules just don't mix, right? And you know, it's totally, yeah, totally. It's going for it and missing it is the problem. So if you never go for it, then you never kind of like waste those, like, it would be mostly a waste, right? Like you can justify not wasting it, but if you go for a fusion and miss, it's kind of a waste, right? Unfortunately, it's kind of a waste. 6-star Spirit Champ for a mission. Would you choose Blizzard or Skeletor? I find Skeletor mostly useless. Blizzard is actually pretty good. So, I mean, it would be Blizzard for me. Unless you need, I mean, Skeletor has decreased attack, right? Does he have decreased speed? I don't remember. Yeah, Blizzard is pretty generically better, I think. So, you're cooked. You need Battlelord, Shadowkin, and Dark Elves. Yeah, my Battlelord is far away. Blah blah blah. Sorry, I'm a couple minutes behind because the chat is faster than what I can read. Bar Knight 10 mission for Marius. I don't have Nut. Oh, that's pain. So pain. Without Nut, you can find a team that works. It's just going to take a long time. You probably have to lean on the rares. I think Neldor. Neldor has decreased speed. And then you probably lean on Creodin, which gives you increased speed. And then you need like ally attacks probably. And then maybe your Carl would help. Your Carl. And you need probably good gear. Like the boss on hard 10 is 250 speed, so you need to go way faster than 250 speed, most likely, unless you're using like a counterattack strategy or something where you need to get hit. But how do you deal with hard Hydra? I kill the heads too fast and my block buffs are not. Yeah, I mean, if you want to do the best score in Hydra, you have to manual. So you have to save your block buff. You have to save your block buff abilities. That's about it. Like for example, if all the like sometimes I'm finding myself like if you have all the decapitated heads like decapitated and then you have an Ugo with your AoE decreased defense and block buff, like I find myself not even applying decreased defense and then just using just damage against the decapitated heads, because usually like unless you have no damage on your team then you must use the decreased defense. But if you can save it, then I would like just save your block buffs, right? Because it's ready. There's a couple heads that really wreck you. Like if you don't get the block buffs up, like any of the heads that give the reflect buff. Any of the heads that obviously the poison cloud, that's really bad. So you know there's some bad ones, right? So I usually save the block buffs now if I can. Good morning. Good morning, Jesse. Yep, good morning. Blah, blah, blah. If you full merciless on Ninja without Mikage, then yeah, Nature's Wrath is better because you get more A2s. But with Mikage and Senza, I was going for more crushing runs better to me. Okay. Yeah, maybe that makes sense. I don't use Ninja myself, so I'm not too sure what people use. I just assumed Nature's Wrath was better because Nature's Wrath, because I was using Nature's Wrath on my Trunda actually recently. So I have to do one live arena battle. Not ready yet. I wish with artifact enhancement it was ready right now. Too bad. Too bad. So sad. Chimera, Curse City. All right, guess we're done, guys. There we go, 32,000. No, I'm just kidding. After saying that Emic was mid and he turned out to be really good, I mean, it's yeah. I said Emic was really good because you know why? He mixes two really good abilities into one kit, right? He mixes the cooldown reduction and the unkillable in one kit. And you know there wasn't any crazy increase in like turn like cooldowns or anything like that. So yeah, Emic to me was like a slam dunk, and he's a void legendary. Yeah, to me he was a slam dunk. So where'd my guy? So lately I've been just using what was I using? I'm just using like this. Just 2 nukes and then just speed it up. Is the epic crown artifact better on Ninja or Cat Gaze? Oh, that's a good one. That's actually that's a good question. I guess it depends how much ignore defense they have. Because that's always the comparison, right? The Nature's Wrath versus Crushing Ren. It's how much ignore defense they have. So the less ignore defense they have, the more powerful adding ignore defense to them would be. That's kind of like the general thought that I have. So if they're like in Merciless, 35% ignore defense, with Helm Smasher, I think Nature's Wrath would be better. But if you like had lethal gear or something on them, then perhaps Crushing Ren would be better. And it also depends on which difficulty you are in. So if you're doing lower difficulty, Crushing Ren is actually not as good. So like Ignore Defense is not as good, because Ignore Defense gets really better the higher difficulty you go because of the higher defense scaling on the bosses, right? So there's a lot of things to consider. I don't know the answer. They're probably close, but there's probably is a definitive better one. I think it's Nature's Wrath, but I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know the exact math. But that's just my reasoning for it. Oh yeah, like the stream, guys. If you guys are here, like the stream. I appreciate that very much. If you guys are new here, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Would also appreciate that very much as well. But just hanging out is also very nice. Is Esme better than Ugo? That's a good question. I mean, block buffs weaken versus block buff decrease defense. Esme is probably better than Ugo because weaken is harder to get than decrease defense. And she also brings relevant buffs. But Ugo does bring Leech, which is actually pretty good. So if you don't have Leech anywhere, Leech is actually pretty killer, right? Pretty good. How do I go about in queue for the account too? Okay, if you guys are interested in the account takeover stuff. So what I do is I basically have a Discord. If you guys want to join my Discord, that'd be cool too. But basically, so that's my official Discord. If you guys want to join, there is a channel in there that explains the kind of criteria for the takeover stuff. What I do is I try to commit to one takeover per month, and that's totally free. And I just do that whenever I have time. But if you guys are interested in obviously like more like dedicated like help, then we can talk about that in the DMs or whatever, right? But I don't advertise that or anything. But some people insist, so happy to help if I can. But obviously, time is the biggest thing that holds me back, because there's just not enough time in the day to do everything. So, but yeah, so join the Discord. And yeah, that's just not for takeovers. We do have a pretty cool community there. A lot of new people, a lot of veterans as well helping out. So that's really nice. But yeah, there's a channel there that explains the whole takeover stuff. So feel free to check it out. Keep in mind, it's a pretty long queue. It's not even a queue. It's kind of like, whatever would make good content, and whichever account I feel like maybe needs the most help or would benefit from the most help. So like if you have a really good account, you probably don't need help, right? You probably know what you're doing. But if you have a really bad account, then I can definitely help you, right? So the worse the account, or the more lost you are, makes better content and makes it so that you can benefit from help. But yeah, that's kind of what I look for a little bit. Like I kind of look for people that need more help. But yeah. Can you tell us what happened yesterday? You posted a 6-minute video of a Trunda team without commentary and called it live CVC. Oh, you know what happened? I accidentally clicked go live on my stream, and thankfully, I had turned off. I was recording my Trunda run because I was trying something different, and we'll go over that Trunda run maybe in another video, maybe in a week or so. But I was recording my Trunda run, and thankfully my recording program, I turned off my my camera because I just wanted the footage. I wasn't recording like speech or anything. I just wanted the footage. So my mic was off, my camera was off and everything. And I was just doing the Hydra run, and my son was like playing around in my office with me. So the whole time my son is hanging around, and he's like talking to me, and we're just kind of like, playing around on the Hydra run. And then somebody in my clan was like, "Oh, your live stream is on," and blah blah blah. I'm like, "Oh shit!" But luckily, it didn't show anything. So it just showed the Hydra run, but no commentary and no sound. So it all worked out. Let's see. I have 2 Ancors and they team up very nice. Yeah, the A1s are really good actually. Worst faction is Sylvan Watcher, not the biggest spender, 0 dupes. Yeah, Sylvan Watcher is relatively new, right? So you wouldn't have too many opportunities to get dupes. Who's the best to feast? Seer, Whisper, or Madame? You know what? I really don't use feast that often because I usually just boost them up to 50, and then once they hit rank 6 level 1, I just take them through the masteries. But if you need to feast somebody, I mean, you'd probably feast like an epic, right? Crown stacks with Wrath. Nature's Wrath is better for long fights. Short battles, crushing Ren. Crowned is better than Cat's Gaze on Ninja. More I'll attack be used instead of Farrakhan in Blender teams. Yeah, sure. Farrakhan's, I think, better, right? Because Farrakhan gives you plus crit damage. I forgot if Morag does that too. Sorry, let me check. While I'm here. Yeah, she doesn't give you extra damage. So Fat Man gives you crit rate, crit damage. So different. What's up, C Money? What's up, man? I think the worst part about restarting the game is how little purple perception materials. Yeah, you gotta grind for that, right? Would you advise to do a Sand Devil tournament along with the fusion? I mean, if you're strapped for resources, doing the Sand Devil tournament is not worth it because it's just extra energy, right? And it doesn't go towards like a dungeon diver. It doesn't go towards fusion. The highest ignore defense, the more impact the same percentage has, meaning 10% more. I'm not... That's kind of like the general idea I got, but yeah, I don't really know the exact math, or I haven't done the exact math for how it works, so I could be wrong on that. How do you like Kaja in live? The only person that uses Kaja is Biohack, and his Kaja is like 450 speed or something. So I'm sure it's pretty good if you're at that level, but she's good. She does a little bit of everything. She's not like the best in everything, but she does a little bit of everything. So really bad count equals better roast. Yeah. You know, if they're okay with it. Usually I always ask them for permission. First of all, I ask them for permission to use it as a video. Second of all, I ask them for permission if I'm candidly honest. So they always sign up and say yes. So you ever play Path of the Exile? No, a lot of people told me about it. I used to play Diablo a lot, and Path of the Exile was basically like good alongside Diablo, or the same or similar. But I never played Path of the Exile. Sorry. Mainly because Path of the Exile, I think if I played it, I would get too into it, and then I would probably lose my job and lose my family and stuff. So. Hard to help a lot of people. Only thing many people are missing is gear. Sure, yeah, sure. Some people are really lost though, and they really just need somebody to tell them what is good, what is bad, and what to do. That's actually a big thing too. It's not really just gear, but yeah, sometimes. Bro has a son. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm old. I have a son. I have a life outside of Raid. Final Live Arena, so you have to face the world's strongest Jingle Hunter. Nice. Do you think Crew Traxa needs a buff? I got her from a Void Shard since 2020. I've not used her since. I think a small buff would be okay. I think if they buffed her too much, she would be too strong. But maybe not by today's standards, right? But yeah, I think they have to be very careful about buffing her because then she can be really, really strong. But yeah. I think there's others that need buffs before her. Sylvan Watchers got way stronger when they introduced Naeus. Yeah, and Naeus is very good. The guy's a menace, yeah. Sorry for this dumb question, but I came back after the break RSL showing that I have, what is that, plus 225. I'm actually not sure. I'm not sure what he did. Little feature there. That's relatively new actually, so. Just think of all the time you will have once you teach your son how to make videos for you. Okay, so here's the thing, right, guys? So I get asked this before, but you know, when people make YouTube channels for their sons or for their kids, and then they, you know, they profit off them. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about using your, not using, I mean, you know, you kind of mutually benefit, but basically having your children who can't really consent be part of a, you know, be part of a channel that they don't know of or can't possibly be old enough to understand, you know? What do you guys think about that? Madame will get more bang for buck if you have solid supports. Which is the better nuker? Sun Wukong or Alice? Sun Wukong is better, no doubt. You know what? In general, Sun Wukong is better than Alice. That's the thing. I think if you had a choice between one or the other, like let's say you just start the game. Let's say you just start the game and you had both. You had both. That's possible, right? And you just start the game and you're free to play. I think it would be a mistake to build Alice if you have Sun Wukong. So just saying, because Sun Wukong I think is better in basically all areas. His affinity kind of sucks sometimes, but he's generally better in all areas. He has a better aura. He has better passive. He does more damage. You know, he can take away buffs. He can take away buffs. Alice has the stun, right? Alice has the lockout. That's about it. But so she has a little bit of CC, like CC, right? The CC in her kit. But Wukong is generally better in my opinion in basically all areas. So I would build out Wukong for sure, without a doubt. And usually in the beginning you can't support more than one damage dealer anyways. And even building out Sun Wukong like in the early game might be a mistake too, because you might want to just build out somebody like Kale or whatever because it's just cheaper to build Kale, right? Rare books, you know, ascension potions. He also will, you know, benefit. He's also fine with shitty gear, right? Because then he just needs accuracy for his poisons, and then he can be useful. Whereas, like if you have shitty gear on Sun Wukong or Alice, they're just shit. And just saying, that's how it is, right in the beginning. Bio Kaja is 470 now. Okay, yeah, so that's pretty good. Have the champions to freeze an ally attack for Fire Knight, but no speed lead. Yeah. Keep an eye out for like dungeon speed lead. Maybe that'd be helpful. Dungeon speed lead champions. We have two champs. Magnar, he has 83k. Chat moved. Lost that message. Connection dodgy. Any recommendation about total speed to run without speed lead? The boss is 250. I would aim for at least like, you know, I would aim for DPS at least 250 or supports at least 300. But it really depends. Like, yeah, it really depends. You old? You look 19. Yeah, I know. I look young, but I'm old soul. Actually, not even old soul. I'm young soul, but I'm old. Is really trying new games dangerous? Don't want to get addicted. Buying your first car this Thursday. Congrats. Yeah, biggest purchase to date. That's awesome, man. Congrats. Yeah. You gotta celebrate those milestones. 27 of 5 kids, age just a number. Wow. Congrats, man. Not sure how you can make it work with 5 kids. That's awesome. Probably 27. Yeah, I don't. You guys think I'm 27? I am very very flattered. No, I'm not 27. Nice and Menace, have you met Rhonda? If your kid wants to do YouTube, you can guide them through it, and revenue may gets put in a trust fund later. Okay, yeah, that's reasonable. Action movie kid nowadays do TikTok, not YouTube. If they want to see too many, well, I mean, like if the kid can't even, if they don't even understand, right? If they're young enough to not understand, I would say under 4 or under 5. Care about your kids' well-being, you wouldn't do it. You know, internet is sketchy. Too many examples of family going wrong. Ryan's Toys. Yeah, Ryan's Toys. Magnoir, he is now 83Ks. Good nuker. Yeah, Magnoir is great. Yeah, he's great. Epic nuker. 5-star soul, cooldown reduction. Yeah, that's true. Alice did have the 5-star soul, which makes her a lot better, of course. I'm not a whale, though, Bile. I can't reach 400 speed on my fastest champion. 400 is slow. And he's going to be used in Clan Boss. Yeah, he's good. He has an ally. He has ally protection. He can do a little bit. And I think he has decreased attack on his A2. Farb, thank you for fixing Helper in time for CVC. I'm pretty sure Farbstuff had the fix. He was just waiting, right? Because he knew when the patch. He knew when the fusion was coming. And then the game was broken maybe like 3 or 4 days before the fusion was dropping. So he probably just waited until the fusion started, and then he issued the full update instead of updating and then waiting 3 days and breaking and then updating again. So that's probably why he why it took so long. So he waited a little bit extra to get the full update out instead of having to do it again, you know what I mean? Or at least that's what I think. Look, 35, 69, who knows? Great community. Everyone I talk to is significantly older than me. I'm 21. I've never met anyone younger. 21 is, I would say, younger. Yeah, 21 is younger for sure. I think this game's demographic is a little bit older. But I've met, some people in Discord and stuff that are, they say they're younger and I believe them, but yeah. Got 3 under the age of 10, you're 45. Nice. I'm gonna die young. You're gonna die young, surrounded by your loved ones. Can you please do an easy clan boss for N? Clan boss. Easy clan boss. My arbor is 255. Hey man, everybody starts somewhere. It's okay. We all started somewhere. That's all I gotta say. Goofed the Hatter event. Short 300 teapots. Ugh. Pain, man. Pain. RSL doesn't work right now. It's working right now. Very free to play, friendly Sand Devil team. Unfortunately, Sand Devil is a really shitty dungeon. I can't really offer too much advice on how to do the top level with a very, very free to play team. The most free to play team is Godseeker based. And people complain that she's not free to play because she's an epic, a void epic. But there is no free to play team. Like, if you want to do this dungeon with 4 rares and an epic, like, I don't think that's happening, right? You know what I mean? Yeah. It is what it is. It's just a really shitty dungeon. The mechanics of it are really bad. Like, so you either have a team that kills him before he takes a turn, or you have Godseeker team, or you have some other Revive on Death team that works off of Revive on Death. So yeah, it's a big problem for this dungeon. I would say Iron Twins is pretty shitty too, but at least you can kind of put together a team that make it work. But Sand Devil's probably the worst. Probably the worst. Can you show your team for Amius? Amius, honestly, I just throw a bunch of guys in there, and then I just let it run auto, and it's done. Like, to me, Amius is like dead content to me. There's ways to beat him. Like, I know how to beat him, and I did the hard way. Like, I did the proper way, and now I'm just doing the whatever way. You know what I mean? So I'll show you guys the Amius team. I mean, it's probably not going to be too applicable for everybody here, but what did I use? I used this. Basically, Rotos just kills this guy, like, no issues. Actually, it's free, right? So I'll just run it. Is Foley still viable? Foley's fine. Foley counters Sun Wukong in live arena. You'll see him once in a while. Love your contact. Thanks very much for your content. What speed do you think is the minimum for Gold 5 arena? Be able to win 75%. I mean, yeah, you can try for speed. I'd say 350. I say 350 for your speed lead for arena. Probably can do okay without, thinking too much. But you can win without speed, right? You can win without speed. You just have to pick the right teams. That's all. It just takes a little bit longer. But yeah, I would say 350. At least 300. 300 will probably get you into gold 5, but for you to win consistently without too much thinking, you probably need 350 at least. It takes time no matter what. So wait till you get Godseeker. I use Godseeker Ninja. Stage 25, and I've been playing consistently for about a year. Yeah, I mean, yeah, some people, they just, yeah. It's not reasonable, right? But it is what it is. It's unfair how you have 3 nuts. Well, I did the fusion, and I pulled 1 nut a year. So the 2 years since the fusion, I pulled 1 per year. Actually, you know what's unfair? Well, I mean, like, you can say it's unfair about a lot of things. Like, oh, unfair you have 3 nuts. Like, well, I don't have, you know, I don't have a mythical champion. It's kind of unfair, right? I pulled like 180 prism shards or primal shards. I don't have a mythical. That's unfair. But sometimes you take the win, sometimes you take the loss. So personally, Fire Knight 10 is the worst with no nut. Yeah, it's bad. We were just talking about that a little bit. It's bad. So anyways, this team's probably gonna fail. The Roto's not strong enough. Like, he doesn't have enough lifesteal to recover here. Let's see, maybe he does. Let's see. Maybe he can solo. He can't solo him without CP, I think. Let's see. Wow. Amius does like no damage to this. No damage to Rotos. But he's faster than him. Sucks. Yeah, he's not gaining back enough health. Oh no, he's gonna die. Okay. But yeah, basically this is a team. It's not 100% team. I just go in there and just click auto and let it do its thing. How long do you think it will take to say 250 void shards is free to play? Per month I get about 30-ish, 35 maybe. So 250, you know, what? 250 would take you like 8 months? 8 months? Around there? Does it work on Iron Twins, Godseeker Ninja? Nope. Iron Twins needs a totally different team. Stocked Broken requires crit damage at all based on his skills. No, just accuracy, speed, survivability. How's your progress on high mauled? Good question. I will get Cirsa. I will get Cirsa before I get mauled. So I would get this champion before I get mauled. So for Cirsa, I'm more than halfway, and mauled, I'm at 29. Basically, mauled is a fusion. She's a permanent fusion for people that don't do fusions. So for me, I do fusions. I do every single one. And I rarely go over, right? I rarely go over what I'm required to do. So I will never get mauled. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't remember the last time I opened a mauled chest. And Cirsa, I'm already halfway. So I'll get Cirsa before I get mauled. And Cirsa is a pay-to-win champion. Basically, right? So I have a feeling that CB was nerfed on the chest. I only get bruise and gems. Haven't seen books or shard for 3 weeks. I don't think so, man. A lot of people say that, but I don't think so. I think it's just short-term bad luck. 3 nuts a year? Most people bust 1 every day? Jesus. A lot. That's a lot of time spent. Hold on, I got a bunch of stuff here. I got 2 more bags. Some inspiration from, I figured out that the second energy number in RSL, it's the raw energy you have laying in your inbox. Oh, really? Okay, cool. Oh, that is cool. Thanks for that. I didn't know that. Okay, so for me, I have 1925 in my inbox. Oh, that's nice. That's cool. That's cool to see. That's cool to see. I mean, it's not like game changer or anything, but it's cool to see. Let's see. I played 4 years plus, have 2 accounts, still no Kymar. Ah, that sucks. Yeah, Kymar is a pretty big game changer, actually. Depends, right? If you pull him super early, he's probably not super game changer, but later on, once you have established teams, he's super good. We need an alternative to Nut and Fire Knight Hard, yeah. 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 Again, I had this conversation earlier. But basically what happened is that I think Plarium needs to stop giving us like filler champions, because there's so many champions in the pool right now. There's like no way to get the champions that you need. So there's really no point in adding that much more filler. Like you can add like 1 filler, but you need to add like, you know, 5 good champions for every filler champion, or 4 good champions for every filler champion. Now you can't be adding so many filler champions because the pool is just so massive. Like imagine if they released a champion and you're like, hey, that champion's gonna be really good for Fire Knight, I need that, and it's just gonna get thrown into a legendary pool of like 250 legendaries or whatever. You'll just never get that champion. So they need to stop the fillers. Fusions need to be impactful. Like fusions need to be like impactful, especially for the cost of them now, right? You have to give people some options here. Like people can't just be like hoping to pull something on like a 2x or a 10x or whatever and hope they pull an answer, because there's just not, like, if there's only one nut, if there's only one answer and the pool is getting larger and larger, like the chances are you're probably not going to pull that anytime soon. So you need to find answers somewhere else. So it has to be a fusion. It has to be obtainable, right? So they need to do that. So otherwise people just get stuck, right? Otherwise people get stuck, and that's not a good feeling, right? When you're stuck. So how many void Legos do you have? Question. How many void Legos do I have? Let's see here. Oops. There you go. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. So 26, 26, 38. 38 void Legos. Bunch of them are free. Bunch of them are free, right? I have a dupe Arbiter, dupe Visix, dupe Yakarl, and I think that's it. Not too bad for getting dupes, at least. Is this a dupe Elhain? I thought I built an Elhain. Maybe my other account. How much CVC points am I? I'm probably about 50,000 CVC points. My average voids last month was 18 per month. Yeah, that's it really depends. Yeah, I think I get about 30. I think the math shows 20 something. But then you factor in like CVC, you factor in events, you factor in like the shops. And then yeah, it ends up being like 30 something. I can pull up the exact math that I used, but here, I'll pull up the exact math that I used. I have it open actually. Let me have a look. So I mathed out 38 per month, excluding events. So from clan, actually, so from clan boss, the math works out to 25 a month from clan boss. I get 2 from tag team shops. I get 1 from the clan shop, 1 from dailies, 1 from arena, 6 from Doom Tower hard per month, 1 from login. Yeah, so there's actually quite a bit of spots here. You get 7 from personal reward CVC, and you get 6 from non-personal CVC. So you get quite a bit from CVC, the void shards. If you were wondering where the void shards come from, a lot of them come from CVC. Duchess being first, Kymar being second. Nice, that's a crazy one too. Maybe not the best early. Duchess early is great, but Kymar early is not craziest. Chimera Mythical, good or not? Nobody has play tested him. He's not offered not offered for us for testing. Three freezers and ally attack. Yeah, you can do it without nut. It's just slow. Yeah, exactly. How many stickers do you get from Clan Boss? I get one every 10 days or so. My math shows 16 a month. From Clan Boss, you get about 11. And then there's other areas to get the rest of the sacreds per month. So for me, it's about 16 per month. RSL working? It is working. It requires an update. Yes, it was updated recently today. Did you brew them to 28 for champ training? Yes, that's right. Do you use Ayasu? Yes. Ayasu is one of my best Hydra damage dealers. He's actually way better than basically everybody that I have. He's basically better than everybody that I have, except for maybe Marius. Void Legos are so strong. Most of those champs are early mid-game carries. Yeah. Love watching your count them when it says 38 at top. Oh, okay. Just figured out that my nuts are too fast for Sand Devil speedrun. Love this game. Your first Void Lego was Arbiter. I mean, honestly, she's not bad first Void Lego. She's a big carry. Assuming you win PR, sure. No, even if you don't, you still get 3 or 4, I think. But if you win the PR, then yeah, you get like 7 or something. You double that. How is he good for Hydra? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for giving me the free win. I'm out. That's it, guys. That's all I got. Okay, let's see how many points we're at. 46? Fuck, man. I'm slacking off. Oh, that's all my stuff. I'm slacking off. Where am I on this Sand Devil? I just want to finish it. 63? Oh. Let's check the calendar. I'm gonna look at the player calendar for a sec here. No other opportunity for these prism crystals, or the summon stone crystals. No other event. Maybe in the hero's path. Okay. All right. Let's just finish the Sand Devil off. Okay, I'm going to see if RSL Helper works. Looks like it's working just fine. Yep, looks like it's working just fine. There's gear sets for Mikage. For Arena, I run her in Stone Skit Relentless. For PvE, it's going to be Protection set. First Void Lego was Yumiko. Nice. Yeah, Yumiko's good one. Yumiko's good one. Those points inflations for level 100 insane. 6200. Yeah. yeah. You don't want to be level 100. Level 99 and level 100 is a big jump. A thought I had, your testing videos as play test instead of showcase. Wouldn't showcase help more views long term? If it's just me, but when I look up champs, how many people put play test? Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's true. I could put them as a showcase. I could put them as showcase. I don't know exactly how specific the keywords for search in YouTube is. You know what I mean? Because I think they also search words in your description as well. So usually I'm pretty conscious of that, right? So like I make sure I hit all the keywords everywhere. So I hit the keywords in the title, hit the keywords in the description. Just make sure it's searchable. I think generally my videos do okay in terms of the search, because like for example, sometimes I search for videos for, you know, certain champions or whatever, and then I see like videos for on my channel show up. So I think Like some of the surge stuff is mostly okay. But yeah, definitely, playtest versus showcase. One sounds better too, right? Like showcase sounds better, playtest sounds better. But sometimes, like when I'm playing the champion, it's not really a showcase of how well they can do. It is more of a playtest. Like sometimes it is just kind of a playtest. But yeah, maybe I should be more deliberate in which word I use. But 5K divers, yeah, 5K divers, yeah. It's a big one. I mean, if you're on the fence on doing the fusion, that might just shut you out. Prizia, first void, nice. That's a big carry. Blind Seer. Blind Seer is the team revive, right? Who counters Sifi in arena? UDK, man. Actually, there's a couple ways to counter Sifi. You basically try to take advantage of herself buffing up. So, for example, Xena counter Sifi pretty good. Xena counter Sifi. Supersonic Set would counter Sifi. UDK can counter her A1. Valkyrie counter Sifi. There's other ways to take advantage of her. Other ways to take advantage of her buffing. Forgot which one. 3 nuts. I don't even have 1. Yeah, definitely lucky, right? Like my other account has 1 nut, and this account has 3. So a lot of it's just luck, right? Go rate her badly to signal player needs to buff. Volcanos? Destroy C. Oh, okay, Volcanos. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with Volcanos, like the faction Unity guys. You just don't see them enough. What is maximum speed on your nuts in this team? This team is very specific in terms of the tune. But the best thing about this team is that all the nuts work for all my teams with the same speed, so I never have to like mess around with their builds. But basically, in this team, the Sand Devil's 270 speed, right? So you want the nuts to be just under 270 speed, so they can be like 260 to 269. So you don't want them to be 270 or above, and that would be the maximum. In terms of the minimum, the lower range of that, I would say it's probably high 250s, because you're using the turn meter boost from the Sifi to basically pass the Sand Devil and get 2 turns against them before they get a turn. So it can't be too low, but that only works for this specific team. So if you have somebody different, so if you don't have Sifi, then the build's gonna totally change. So, because like there's other builds where you don't use Sifi, or there's other builds where you just use like, whatever sleepers, right? Or there's other builds where you don't use Riho. Like sometimes you use there's some champions that also decrease speed, I think. Decrease speed or increase speed right away. Who increases speed? I forget. Anyways, there's different different variations of this build with different speeds. So you have to be a little bit careful. You can't use the same 3 nuts with 2 different supports, even though the supports do the same thing. Sorry, that's what I meant. You could book 1 Lego, nut or ninja, which would it be? Depends. Ninja's good with bad gear. So if you're at a stage in your account where your gear's still bad, then ninja's going to be the best, right? Sorry. But personally speaking, like Nut is a game changer. He's gonna change all your dungeon teams. Yeah. I mean, Ninja's a game changer too, but I don't think to the same level. Warlord was your first void pull, nice. Warlord changed my account. He is a game changer for sure. Armand and Supersonic, Sifi killer, yeah. Without Nut or Marius, you feel so damage restrictedly. Yeah, honestly, like they gotta do something about the max HP stuff, because Marius, Newt, they just make bosses, I guess, in general, like feel not good. And like imagine still using, you know, the same champions year over year to do different content. So that every new content they release, like imagine if those champions were just the best always. So eventually they'll have to figure something out, like, you know, a fix or something new. Maybe they'll give all the bosses some kind of ability to make them stronger against subsequent hits. So similar to how Iron Twins reduces the damage they take, after the first hit, right? So they might need to do something like that. But even then, I think, you know, you would probably still try to make it work. Like for example, for Iron Twins, you already have the reduced damage after the first hit. But I still use three nuts, Marius, and a Kymar. Like, so I still use that. So you have to figure out something, because you don't want to be using the same team every year for all new content, right? So that's just not good for business for them. And obviously for the players, it's going to be super boring too, right? Because, you know, I'm speaking as somebody that with the champions. Obviously, like, people without the champions would be like, oh, you know, I don't have that, blah blah blah, so it would be difficult for me. Yes, I understand that. My other account definitely does not have as much stuff, and it definitely has a harder time with things than this account, so I understand. But in terms of a design standpoint, they need to do something that differs from stuff like this. 3 nuts and a Marius and a Kymar, for example, can basically blow up anything. So I don't know. Yeah, Valkyrie counters her with the passive, yeah. What gears are on the nuts? One is in Savage, and then the other 2 are just in random gear. They're just in random pieces. You see, like, 2 of them don't even have blessings. I've neglected them for so long. But yeah, 2 of them don't have blessings, and it's hard to hit the stats on them, right? Like, it's hard to hit the stats on them with really, really good gear. Like they're all almost 270 speed with over 300 accuracy, and then like almost 300 crit damage on all of them. So, hello Sweden, what's up, man? Your first void with Taras? Yes, that's very good. When he was good, you take that back. Taras is still good. He's still good, but yeah, he's not as good anymore. He's not oppressively good. He's still good. Come on. He's still good. I feel like without Nut or Marius, you can't compete with top teams in Chimera. Yeah, for sure. I mean, with Marius right now is the standout in Chimera. And then outside of Marius, like, there isn't really too much. Toshiro, I think. Toshiro with Mikage, I think, does quite a bit. Yeah, I mean, Marius, yeah. Marius is the way, right? Who is the best? 25% weaken, 60% decreased defense, debuffer for speed runs. Probably Lydia. Like, if you're talking speed runs, you're probably talking Seer, right? Seer for the wave clears. It's probably still Lydia, right? Because then Lydia's provide those 2 buffs. If you don't care about the buffs, I mean, both can be resisted. Lydia does a hit, but she's void affinity, so the affinity doesn't matter. Dracomorph doesn't hit, but he has affinity, but because he doesn't hit, then that doesn't matter. So they effectively do the same things. It's wet, and they both can be resisted. So it really depends whether you need the buffs or not. Alternative masteries for max HP champs. Still use Ninja in most content. Game refuses to give me better champs. I mean, Ninja is great for most bosses too. Sand doesn't take a turn. Nut wakes him up and he eliminates first team. Yeah, so basically your nuts are going too fast. If the nuts are waking him up, he's going too fast. So if you watch this, he sleeps and then he wakes up. You see that, right? And then I hit him twice with the nuts before he takes a turn. Is something wrong with your speed tune? How's the grind going? It's good, man. How are you? Just chilling. What's the best accuracy for your debuff champ for brutal? For brutal, you probably need maybe 300 accuracy. 300, maybe a little less. But 300 should cover like all the heads pretty easily. Sav was talking about how Carnage with the right relics and gems could challenge the top damage in Chimera. Maybe. I mean, maybe he has a specific idea. I haven't really put any thought into that, so I can't even make an educated comment. I've never seen him in action in Chimera either, so. But right now, like, yeah. Toshiro is great alongside as long as you keep him nuking himself and breaking his damage boosting path. Okay. What's the required speed for Demitha if you want to build unkillable? There's a couple teams. It really depends on the team. Like if you have a speed lead, you have a booster, like usually you run Seeker in those teams, but sometimes you run a secondary booster like Deacon Armstrong. So if you don't have Deacon, then your Demitha is going to be faster, right? If you have Deacon, then your Demitha is going to be slower. If you have a speed lead, Demitha is going to be slower. But generally, Demitha runs around 290 speed at least. So if you don't have a boost, if you don't have a second booster, if you don't have a speed lead, then Demitha is probably going to be running like 310, 315 or something. If you have a booster with the speed lead, then she's probably running closer to 290. But you need to look up like specific speed tunes. It's not like building a speed tune team is not just saying, hey, I need what speed do I need this? And then I'm just going to put the rest of the champions in and it'll work. No, that's not how it works. It has to be specific speed to work with specific champions. All right. So it's not like, yeah, it's not as easy as, oh, make her 300 speed and she's good to go. No, it's not like that. Hey, Rabble, how are you, man? Welcome. How's it going? How's the grind going? I just max champs training in the tavern feels good. Yeah. I'm actually low on brews. I'm all about spending brews for training, just because brews are kind of just useless resources outside of training events. So I would use them first. But right now I'm kind of low on the brews. So I probably need to spend energy in the dungeons. Why are Sand Devil don't cleanse himself when wake up? Well, he's sleeping and then he just wakes up. I think he does cleanse himself. You know, just watch again. I don't know, guys. It's just, yeah, perfectly speed tuned team. Just works. So he sleeps and then wakes up. Oh, this one doesn't have decreased defense. Let's see if we can get there. Let's get it. Oh, shit. Oh, man, he missed the decreased defense and the weaken. Shit. I think we failed this one. 1, 2. We gotta get lucky here. The hits. Nope. Fuck. 1, 2. Oh, we actually completed it. we failed decreased defense and weaken on this one, and we still got it. So yeah, this one's pretty close to 100%. Senna everywhere. Does her passive activate twice if there are 2 of them in the same team? I don't think so. That would be too crazy. But yeah, Senna is everywhere for Chimera. Why are you not using your energy for Spider instead of Sand Devil? Well, I farm Sand Devil regardless, right? And I basically farm it for the resources, like the Prism and the Soulstone. So I farm it regardless. But if you were trying to be efficient with energy and just focus on the fusion, then yes, you would just forget about the Sand Devil event completely. But for me, endgame account, I farm all endgame resources. So here I'm not going to collect this. And I'm going to wait for it to go here into this active pool. I'm not going to click the active pool. So here's a tip, guys, if you guys are paying attention. If you guys have access to this Soulstone Prism Crystal reward, don't collect it. Don't collect it. Let it go. Let this event expire. Let everything expire, and then it will go here as a red dot. Once it's in the red dot, it won't be collected until you click on it, and then your soul will pop out. And if there's a soul chase event, you will get points for that soul chase event. It's just free points. There's no need to pull it now. Unless you will care about the CVC points. Like, I don't really care, right? That's just some easy points for you guys if you guys are looking for that. What's your favorite game before you start playing Raid? Actually, not. I wouldn't say I'm a big gamer. Actually, I just play games pretty hard. The only games I've ever played in my life was StarCraft. I played StarCraft, Counter Strike, Diablo, and Pokemon Go. That's it. Those are the only games I've ever like played in my, I don't know, that I can remember. Besides, like obviously, like childhood games like Mario and stuff, like when you're a kid. But those are the only games I can kind of remember that I played in my adult life. I wouldn't say I'm a gamer or anything. What's up, Iron Gaming? How are you, man? Mytha is running at 274 speed in my unkillable team. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it depends on what team you're running, man. So, but 274, that's great. Maybe you have a big booster, maybe you have 2 boosters. As my HP damage dealer loses health, does it also lose damage output? It should, unless you're Taras. It should. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but HP-based damage dealers do less damage when they have less HP, right? Unless you're Taras. Taras is like bugged or has a feature that way. I'm free to play and I'm saving shards. Should I save for fusion or a good 2x? Depends how far you are in your account. Generally, I would, if you're doing dungeon 20s, like if the rest of your account is progressed enough that you can do dungeon 20s, and you saved enough resources so that you can actually complete a fusion outside of shard events, then I would save for a fusion. If your account is brand new, and you have no chance of doing a fusion, even if you had the shards to do it, then I would just save for a good summon event and then just pull so that you can build your account so that you can progress in dungeons so that you have a chance to do the fusion events later on. So it really depends on your account. That's weird AF. When I was doing Sandeva and he wakes up, he cleanses himself and only protected smite. Do you attack him and then he wakes up? Do you wake him by attacking him? 15k points for collecting Mad Hatter's soul today. Yeah, nice. I collected his soul for a Void Shard. So, do you think Geo OP? He's one of the best epics, if not the best epic in the game. Can I use Clan Boss Ninja build for Godseeker? Depends. It's pretty flexible. The Godseeker build, at least from all my testing, allowed for very flexible damage dealer speeds. You still play Pokemon Go? No, I don't play Pokemon Go anymore. But I played pretty hard when it was out for like 2 years, 2 or 3 years. I played pretty hard. What is the best substat for nukers? Can you help? The best substat is, I mean, what nuker, you need 100% crit rate, you need crit damage, you need your base stats to boost your damage, and then speed. That's it. So those are the top 4 stats, right? For a damage dealer, that's all you care about. If your damage dealer has accuracy, then needs accuracy, then you need accuracy as your 5th stat. But you know, there's not too many stats you really care about. Just whatever mix you have. Oh, hey Kevin, what's up, man? Yeah, Hearthstone. I forgot about Hearthstone. So Hearthstone, I played pretty seriously for a number of years as well. That's actually how I got into like I have a Twitch channel. My Twitch channel is based on Hearthstone, and that's how I built a lot of my my following, right? When I was doing my Twitch stuff. So, but that was the game I played before I was playing Raid. And I played that pretty extensively. But yeah, I stopped playing Hearthstone because because after having my my kid, I just didn't have time to sit and play like 15-minute games where I had to use my brain. So instead, I switched to Raid, which is an AFK game, and you don't really have to use your brain. Will you ever go all out and spend your shards? I was thinking about it, to be honest. Like my alt account has 70 sacred shards. Has 70 sacred shards. I didn't even go out of my way to like save it. It's just I saved it over the year. And then I have 70 sacred shards. And I'm like, man, I need to spend this. Maybe I should just yeet it all, you know? It's if you destroy their HP. Oh, okay, makes sense. Destroy HP. Spider 10 hard, better than Spider 20 for Dungeon Diver. 20 gives you the most points per energy. So it's not the most, sorry, it's one of the most. The most is like, I think the most is like Spider 16, I think. But anyways, 20 gives you more energy, more points per energy than 10, but 10 gives you chance at mythical gear or whatever. So for me, I still do 10 for the odd chance that I get like a mythical banner with speed and then I hit quad speed on it or Quinn speed. Taras is quirky, yeah, okay. Any tips on gear progression, or is it just time in game getting lucky rolls? Yeah, gear comes with time. Crafts are good, so any kind of crafts are really good because they basically give you like high amounts of quality gear. So make sure you farm all the materials for crafts, mainly like perception gear, all your Doom Tower stuff. If you spend money, Forge Pass is pretty good because it gives you a good chunk of gear so that you can craft. Yeah, that's about it. Otherwise, it's just spending energy in dungeons and, you know, trying to get lucky on some rolls. That's it. You know, take advantage of the triple events, triple item events, triple speed, triple savage, triple regen, triple whatever. Try to take advantage of those, you know, and then maybe you'll get, you know, get higher odds at getting something decent. There would never be a 2x remnant. Well, so far nothing. It's been a year. And I think it's unlikely because remnants are, you know, very limited. And it's not like you can buy remnants. So I highly doubt there's going to be a 2x remnant. How do you complete Centranos? Do you spend a bunch of silver to regear every stage, or do you just have the gear laying around, or do you have built champions specifically for Centranos? I wait. So basically every day I just do as high as I can go. And then once I get stuck at a stage where I require a full regear, this is how you beat the stages. You need the best gear on your champions, you know, the hardest stages, right? So what happens is that I go as far as I can go, and then once I get stuck where I need to regear guys, I basically just wait for a couple stages where I'm like that, and then I will regear my teams like in one day, like with 1 hour thing. So you get a 1 hour ticket, right? The coupon thing. So I try to regear as many champions as I can in that 1 hour. Oh shit. So that's kind of what I do. But yeah, to answer your question, the only way you can beat Centranos is you have to bring your best to every level because it's that hard, right? So is it all count for a reason? Yeet it all. I still play it like seriously though. I still play it seriously, so that'll be a fun sacred video. Yeah. Show my Eric's build, sure. Ninja or Rathlow's overall beginner account progression? I like Ninja way more. Like I said, Ninja doesn't require you to have 100% crit rate, high crit damage. He just needs speed and accuracy in the beginnings for his HP burn. Rathalos needs good stats. Do you keep any gear without speed? Yes, I do. I'm bad like that. Should I be farming Should I be farming event dungeon even though I'm not going for fusion with daily energy? Depends. You could be building masteries. Masteries are pretty good, right? Because then masteries give you permanent value, right? For your account. So gear doesn't really give you crazy value. It gives you a little bit of silver, and then a chance for it to be good. But masteries will always be on your account. So masteries, I find, are very good. So if you need to put masteries on a champion, I would focus on masteries instead of gear. Sorry, 6-piece Slayer set on Eric's to make this work. You don't need 6-piece. You can go with 4-piece. If you go with the 4-piece, you need better stats because the ignore 30% damage boost is kind of necessary for you to kill the spider fast enough before she ramps up and kills you. So you don't need accuracy on her if you have lifesteal. So you could theoretically run a 4-piece Slayer with a 4-piece lifesteal with no accuracy. So that will work. But the way I have it set up here, I run 6-piece Slayer with accuracy so that I can land her leech. And that's how she survives. So she doesn't land the leech, she can't heal, and then she's dead. But yeah, sorry, total stats. The faster she goes, the more damage she's going to do. The faster her run will be. But I find minimum 200, 210 works kind of okay. Yeah. I never got a forge pass or anything, so the Slayer gear is pretty shitty. Slayer gear is like the free-to-play Slayer gear, right? It's pretty shitty. Like, look at this one. No crit rate, no crit damage. No crit rate, no crit damage. This one just has crit rate. This one is a 5-piece glove. You see what I mean? Like, it's just, you just make it work, guys. Just make it work. Just make it work. Hey, Chuki, what's up, man? How are you doing? Your RSL not changing chicken. Yeah, I just noticed that. Yeah. I just noticed that. Thanks. Crafting Slayer for CVC. Use crit rate charm. Use your best charms to boost its effectiveness. So, for example, you want to do this, right? You want to do. Oh my god, only 16. Oh, I did the lethal craft not too long ago. So you want to do something like this. You want to use all 3 of the quality ones, and then you probably want to use crit rate. Four-piece Slayer, 4-piece regen works. Okay, I didn't know regen worked. I thought the healer wasn't enough. Use free gear removal at the end of one day and start of next. So that way you can use 16 keys. No, that's a little bit too crazy in terms of min-maxing, but yeah, that's a good idea. I don't though. What build you use for Ninja and Hydra, Gear Rise, Relentless and Merciless? It's gotta be Merciless, yeah. Merciless. Because he actually hits hard. Like, not just his, like, in the end game, you're not relying on his HP burn for damage. It's actually him hitting hard. So he actually hits hard, and then you add the HP burn on top. So, but you don't rely on the HP burn. You steal 6-star champions regularly. I only 6-star good champions, and I stay away from niche champions. I'm in the late game. Like for me, I have a good amount of 6 stars, right? Let me just double check here. 291. So I have 291. Granted that I don't use them all, and sometimes I've used them for like videos and I never use them again. So yeah, I would say I have more than most people, 291, but I don't use them all. Like I would say like most of these I don't really use on a daily basis. 15 legendaries that need masteries, but event dungeon though. Yeah, I mean that's a trade-off, right? Maximum energy, would you use all 130? Refill, instantly burn it to keep regen. You repeat until reset. No, you don't have to because you get 130 energy regardless. You don't get like the fill to 130. You get 130 all the time, right? But yeah, I don't like being capped out. Just so I don't lose the regen. If you're serious about clearing Centranos, you need to look at all stages every reset to figure out if you need to build any champs. Yep, that's true. Yep, you can prep. You can prep ahead of time. Yep, by looking ahead. So across hard missions, I only had a few weak 50s for options to use, even only after 3 years. One of the cycles had 3 champs. Yeah, sometimes you don't even have like the souls to do it, right? Stage 100 Doom Tower. I'm not sure which one that is. What boss that is. 100? This guy? This guy is pretty chill, man. Magna Dragon. Don't use HP burn. You can bring a provoke. You just, you know, you just DPS him down. Hey, Grim, what's up, man? How do we get survivability on nukers? I find it hard to scale defense HP without sacrificing damage. Yeah, usually you don't. Usually nukers are just for nuking. And then you just need a team that keeps them alive. Which champion from DT Epic or Lego is worth maxing out or stay away from those? Oh, good question. So from DT, eh? I mean, you would use this guy. When you get him, he's really good. He'll help you clear the Bannerlords faction wars really easily. And if you have a seer, he can help you, you know, boost up your seer for some buffs until you find better options. And he's generally not too bad, like a decent champion. You could use this guy. This guy's really good if you are really unlucky and you never ever get an area like AoE HP burn. Akoth is really good. He brings HP burn. He can solo low level spider and stuff like that. So with food and stuff, he can be pretty efficient. But yeah, so he's good. I mean, I was just using Eric's to solo hard 10. You know, she's decent. She's good in arena as well sometimes. But with good gear, of course, good builds. Am I missing anybody? Who am I missing from Doom Tower? Oh yeah, I forgot about this guy. Yeah, Varl. Yeah, he's probably the best. Varl's probably the best from Doom Tower. So he's really good in Hydra. He brings weaken area weaken. He deals lots of damage. He deals tons of damage, guys. He has a little bit of a heal on his A1 too, so to keep them alive. But he's generally pretty squishy. Yeah, 15k HP, pretty squishy. But he brings lots of damage for Hydra. So anybody else from Doom Tower? I think that's it, right? Yeah. But frankly, I don't use Varl anymore. I've kind of outgrown him, so. When in the day do you use your daily refills? I probably don't know the most efficient time to collect them. Oh, I see. When in the day. I didn't really consider that because I just kind of, if I have time, then I'll use it and play. That's it. You know what I mean? Like I'll have an idea of what I want to do, like which champions I need to move the gear around. Like for example, if I'm doing Hydra, I know that I need to move a bunch of gear around to build the Hydra team so that I can do the best damage in my Hydra run. So that's already like if I spend the 1 hour coupon, then I'm already saving like a couple million silver, right, from the swaps. So if I have the time of day to do a Hydra run, then I would use the ticket. But I didn't really think about too deeply about which time of day to use the tickets. It's mainly like just depends on my own schedule, right? If I have time to do stuff, then that's what I would. Then I would use the ticket. Change anything? Actually, you know what? I don't think I did. We had that conversation, and I took away some stuff from it, and I didn't really action anything yet because I was busy doing like my Hydra and stuff, and then I never really got a chance to get around to it. But definitely there's some some things I wanted to do, but I never got around to doing it yet. I saw your message. I was going to reply and then I forgot about it Forgot about it as well, so sorry about that, man. Dark Kale? Yeah, personally I don't use Dark Kale for anything. He can be good for like a hard dragon. He brings poisons. He can be good for hard dragon. He can be good for like normal ice golem. I don't know where else you would use him though for content. You give up moving gear for Hydra? Uh, I have to do best effort. That's the thing, right? So I try my best, get the best score possible. Yeah. That's the way it goes. How much do you value the 1 hour free gear in terms of silver? Meaning, what is the limit of silver cost? You know, I did a video one time where I basically moved like 20 champions gear. I re-geared 20 champions in 1 hour. So if you think about it, that's like 1 million per champion. So that's like 20 million silver you just saved. The thing is, it took a little bit of prep, right? So I had, champions and builds already like kind of ready. So I was already ready. I had an idea of what I wanted to do. And as soon as I clicked the ticket, I just started swapping the gear out and out, out and out, right? So in the end, it was about 20 champions that I swapped out. And yeah, that's like, that's probably like 20 million silver. But I would say, 1 hour coupon is probably worth 1 to 5 million silver for most people. And that's good. I mean, that's plenty. 1 to 5 million silver is plenty. They're good. They're good for savings, right? Yeah, thanks Grim for your help, man. Yeah. No, definitely I have to reread our messages and I want to work on some of the stuff, but it's a little bit busy. Oh, Amius, really annoying. How do I beat it? At least how do I check which rotation is it? YouTube videos. So there's like a general strategy to beat Amius. You can try to beat him with just damage. You can try to beat him with heal reduction. So land heal reduction and then try to grind him out. The other way you beat him is just to have like a really high survivability team and then just land brimstones and then use brimstones to kill him. Like trying to play him like properly, like for every attack, it can go wrong very quickly. Which just kind of leads to like resets and all that stuff. So I think when he first came out, people were trying to like figure out how to beat him, but then in the end, people figured out like, oh, we can just beat him by just throwing our best damage dealers at him or brimstones at him, and then yeah. Any tip for brand new player? Brand new player. How new are we talking about? There's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of things to do. First of all, you want to do your 60. Make a 60 that has area damage that can help you farm more chickens, so that you can build up your team. So you farm your 60, you get your masteries, and then after that, you have to build a team of 60s and a team with masteries. So that's kind of what your goal is, right? And as you make more 60s, you can progress higher and higher through the dungeons, which gives you more and more gear. And then you just do better and better, right? So that's like general strategy. So beyond that, you need to know what kind of champions you have. So you need to know like specific champions. If you basically make 5 champions, like if you max out 5 damage dealers as your first 5 champions, you're probably not going to have a good time anywhere, because you don't have the gear for 5 damage dealers. The 5 damage dealers won't help you in clan boss. They won't help you, against a lot of areas. So you need a good mix for your first 5. And that requires you to have some luck, right? Shard luck, of course. But of course, some rares and epics are good too. You can use those. So you need some knowledge, right? You need some game knowledge, and it's going to depend. I can't just give you like, blanket advice. Like blanket advice is make a 60, master a 60, make 5 60s, master those 5 60s. That's blanket advice, right? After that, it's kind of like specific. Dark Hail and Ultra Nightmare. Okay. Supreme Elhain just pulled her. You using her for anything? I don't use Supreme Elhain anymore. I did the fusions for her back in the day, and she was actually not bad. She's not bad. She was not bad back in the day though. But this was like at least 2 years ago, I would say. So she's not. Yeah, she's not anything anymore. She's just a damage dealer. But she doesn't do like insane amounts of damage. Thanks for the offer, Grim. I appreciate that. Yeah. I don't want to take up too much of your time, of course. High and Duchess, which is High Keeper and Duchess, which is better to put the level in first. I mean, Duchess is an insane champion. Does He-Man nuke over Thor? Thor's better against Hydra. He-Man is pretty good in Arena, from what I've found. I found out He-Man's very good for Arena. How much amount of silver do you need for artifact enhancement if you're going for a fusion to get the fragments? About 20 million. Give or take 5 million. So it could be like 15 up to 25, depending how lucky you are. How good is Magnar with 6-star blessing? He's not bad, especially when he's +4. When he's +4 with the 6-star blessing, he's not bad at all, actually. Should I attempt this fusion with 2 key hard clan boss 1300 gems? No, you should not attempt this fusion. You shouldn't. Okay, if the fusion started and you, okay, if the fusion is started and you are asking yourself, should I start this fusion? And then you list your resources, you probably should not start the fusion. First of all, that means you didn't plan for the fusion. Second of all, you're not sure about your resources to do fusion, which means you're not experienced enough to know how much resources it takes. You should definitely not do the fusion if you're doing these things, right? So it's just advice. Yeah, it's not enough. What you have is not enough. And I can tell, like, basically you're doing 2 key hard clan boss. That means you're not doing you're not doing like level 20 dungeons. You know, you're not doing level 20 dungeons. You probably don't have enough silver to do the artifact enhancement events. You definitely don't have enough energy to do the dungeon divers, and you don't have experience doing the fusion, so you don't understand what you can skip, what you can't skip, how you double dip, how you plan around doing the fusion, right? You just didn't plan to do it. So if you don't plan to do it and you're questioning your resources, then I would say 100% no. If I got Lydia 1 year, 2 months, great, grats. Yeah, grats. That's tough. She's good, man. She's good. Pod Seeker 209, 70k. I still can't beat Sand Devil. Are you using regen gear, War Master? Are you setting up her as the lead champion? There's so many things, man. It's not just stats. It's not just stats. All right? Not just stats. So you need it needs to be like this. Godseeker needs to be in the front. She needs to be in the front. Your DPS here, your 3 food here. Is your build dependent on food? Did you leave the food out? Do you have the mastery to take care? Do you have the mastery to account for the food? Right? So there's a lot of things that can happen. It's not just your gear. It's not just your stats, right? Because this is not the right build, by the way, but you need this, right? If you run food, you need Spirit Haste to account for the speed, right? I don't know what kind of build you're following, but there's a lot that goes into it. Okay? Are you still streaming on Twitch? No, I don't stream on Twitch anymore. I actually rarely stream on YouTube. I do 1 stream every CVC and then that's it. Just to, you know, be consistent, right? I don't really stream much. I just don't have the time to. Like, for me to stream today, I wake up at like 3:30 in the morning. Which is a little bit earlier than what I usually wake up, but it's still a little bit of a stretch to do this more often. Just don't have the time in the day. You 2-key nightmare. Can I still be able to do the fusion? It depends, man. It depends on your resources, what you have for resources. Like if you have a shit ton of resources, yeah, it doesn't matter what your clan boss progress is, right? It's hard to say, man. Esme Advanced Fusion worth going for. She's worse than Hatter, in my opinion. She's kind of mid-ish. But if you need an AoE block buff champion with weaken, she could be helpful for Hydra. Okay, so if you're referring to my Sand Devil video, the build for the Sand Devil is for 25. So if you're climbing, you need to do stuff that's slightly different. I think I explained that in the video. But yeah, I'm not too sure. The messages are kind of broken up. Is there a way to see how to get each frame? Oh, that's a good question. I'm not too sure. Is there? I don't even know where the frames are. Oh, there we go. Oh, here we go. I don't know. Oh, yeah. I guess you don't see where it comes from. They should have a little blurb here, right? This one looks okay. I think this one still probably looks the best. Yeah, whatever. All right, let's do some live arena for funsies since we're waiting around a little bit. Oh yeah, Cronam pair, yep. I don't have Cronam. It's kind of like couldn't bring myself to grind all those accounts. Well, comp 2-key, Ultra Nightmare, 171 speed hinders me from using other areas and don't give the champions when I kill. Yeah, it's tough. I've been there, man. When you're stuck with the yeah, I've been there when you're stuck with the champions for your clan boss team, and then you have to use the correct speeds, and then they're just kind of useless everywhere. I mean, the best thing you can do is maybe like gear her with no speed boots at 171, and then when you need to use her somewhere else, maybe use speed boots. That's kind of like the best, maybe. Like that might be worth considering. Then you can swap one boot. But yeah, it's just a tough spot at that point. €5 account level 94. It is only farming that gets you to level 100. I'm daily player on mobile. It just seems like taking so long. Yeah, I mean, no, you get XP points all over the place, right? But yeah, mobile definitely slows you down a lot. So if you're playing on PC, you can do a lot more. All right, take care, Kelly. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, War Master is not why you're failing. Yeah, that's right. Managed to get the cat and his soul. Nice. Yeah, the cat's good. He's good. He was he surprised me for sure. I'm not too familiar with Gizmat's like entire kit, so I'm not too sure. No stone skin, Marius. Oh, this is gonna work out. Ancora can cleanse. Oh, he's just gonna wake up my guy. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Ah, dang it. If he had it ready, it would have been over for this guy. Brogni ain't good. Brogni's great, yeah. I got the Cat's Gaze relic. Is it good? Yes, the Cat's Gaze relic is awesome. Oh, no, you didn't. You gonna touch up my Mortu? Come on, give me a turn. Give me a turn. No, not my CV. Shit, man. Like, can't do anything. When I get a turn, he has this block damage thing on. I literally cannot do anything. Oh. Okay, now I need to kill this Odin. This Odin is scary good. What do you guys think? You think we have a chance here? Evil Eye on Mortu. Just so you can get A1 Marius and trigger another counter attack chance to activate passive. I don't know, man. That sounds a lot. There it is. There it is. Yo, pack it up, man. Pack it up. What are you doing? What are you doing? You still hanging out here? This guy's still playing? Oh, he's on auto? This guy, man. Fine, 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 fine. If you pulled Fronley, would you replace Rotos in Live Arena? No. My Rotos is very, I like heavily committed to my Rotos. 6-star blessing. Like, you know, that's the big problem, right? For basically non-spenders. The big problem is blessings too, right? You can pull a champion, but never get the right blessings. So, for example, like, you know, my Rotos, I built him up from 1-star all the way to 6-star. He's also +1. He's my only empowered champion. You know, I'm basically all in on this guy, right? And he's really good. He's still really good. Like, this is a pretty good, like, he is in some good gear for my account. Some of the best gear on my account, right? 9-piece Merciless set too. With this thing, Aspect of Suroth. This relic is super nice, right? So, yeah, I'm all in on this guy. And I can't really pivot, right? Can't really pivot off of him. For example, like, I've had Marius since October, and I only have a 2-star for him. I have all the resources for his soul all the way to 6. So basically, if the shop gave me a 3, 4, 5, 6 in one day, I could buy all of it in one day. I'm ready for it. But I've been waiting since October for his blessings. It's just not, you know what I mean? It's just RNG, right? Like, nothing I can do. It is what it is. But yeah, I can't really pivot away from my most invested champions. It's just, you know, when you're free to play, low spend or whatever, you don't have that flexibility, right? You can't just say, hey, I'm gonna stop using this 6-star blessed champion for another 6-star blessed champion. Like, if I pulled a mythical, yeah, tomorrow, like, if I don't have a blessing for him, he's not going to be, you know, as good as he could be, right? And then at that point, it's just RNG. I can't buy blessings, especially mythical blessings, right? You can't even build them up. You have to get them from RNG, so it'll be really tough. Yeah, it's a really good Rotos build, yeah. Who would you put Aspect? I mean, Aspect of Suroth can be put on any champion that kind of cheats death, right? Kind of cheats dying. So if you had somebody like Galathier would be really good, right? Cheats dying and all that. I think that's how it works, right? I haven't really put too much thought into it, but I think I go with the Wukong here. But Um, 5-star and 6-star soul is 100 and 300 of the big gold essences. Recently bought the 6-star, yeah. Same you wait for October, yeah, exactly, right? Like it's ridiculous. Being able to refresh the soul market for gems. Oh, that's tough. I don't know. I think that benefits, that would benefit the late game player. Sorry, the whale, right? That would benefit the whale. Oh, this is interesting. UDK. So we likely go first. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I mean, it'd be good to have the option. Why not? If you can pay for it for gems. How to get merciless accessories? You gotta get from Centrano's bosses. Yeah, it's very expensive. 300 gold coins. I mean, it takes months to save, right? Okay, so we locked them out. Marius gonna hit us. Hopefully, it doesn't enfeeble anybody. We do have stone skin on, so we shouldn't be enfeebled. 0 blessing for Galaxy. Yeah, exactly. Too early for Warlord. Yeah. This Mary's gonna die. Oh, he didn't die. He has that. He must have that thing, right? That relic, right? That keeps him alive. Oh no, sorry. Freya's passive. Freya's passive kept him alive. Yeah, my bad. My bad. Bit of a misstep there, but we got him. Yeah, Freya's passive. Yeah. Would you fist fight for Marichka? I mean, Marichka covers a lot for me. Yeah, if I ever got her, she's a great support by herself, even without Taras. Um, but yeah, I don't have fortunately. Okay, GG. GG. Still need to build your Freya. Grim uses Freya. Grim uses Freya here. Grim has a really fast Freya actually. You feel like the next 2x I'll get my first one? I'm pretty close to Mercy, but I'm not there yet. So I could go home. I could go empty-handed, but I don't know if I can outspeed this guy. We'll try. High res. You can just use it as a yeah. Res cleanser works. Res cleanser works for sure. Uh, hmm. Could go Rotos. Remove here. Yep, I like that. Yeah, she actually hits pretty hard too, so you can build her full damage or support. How many primal shards do you get per month? Um, Damn, I guess we have to play locked out. Um, Probably like six or seven, maybe. 6 or 7, maybe 8. Because you get 4 from Hydra Clash, I think. I forgot where. I forget actually. I forgot where you get the primal shards from. Quartz. I forgot they added some new places. But I think it's around 8 per month. Yeah, 4 from LA, 4 from Clash. Oh man. The UDK should give me some time here, but I might die to the Wukong's A3. Yo, what the heck? How come he gets a second A3 here? Oh, he got the reset. Sorry, got the reset. Oh, good. I locked out his A3. I think if he A3, we might lose Marius. That's pretty bad. Shit, I'm not gonna get a turn. Gonna lose some guys here for the A3. Oh! Marius alive. Damn, this really sucks. Have you bought any speed gear from the market? No. I found a good savage piece. Good savage piece today, but then I said forget it. It actually wasn't good enough. It was like crit rate, crit damage, defense percentage, and HP percent and accuracy. It's not bad, but 5 million. I was like, not really gonna use it. Shit, I'm locked out too. Totally forgot about being locked out. Yeah, I need Rotors to do something right now. He's getting close to half health. Oh, here we go. Extra turn time. Doesn't matter if I don't get buffed, but here comes the extra turn, and I can't kill anybody because of the decreased defense. Fuck. I CC some people here. Let's go. Okay, everybody's feared. Let's go. One. Okay. There you go. GG. Oh, you said you would have A1'd? A1 try to get the extra turn, I guess. There you go. GG. We did it. To buy 5-star epic speed gear, go up to 20 on the triples. Price is decent. Okay. Don't really think 5-star speed. I don't really think 5-star gear is worth it for me anymore. So for me, it has to be pretty good, like 6-star Lego gear, because I have lots of triple rolls on 6-star pieces. But yeah, I'm looking for quad rolls, right? Which champ was the biggest game changer for you? It's probably Warlord. Warlord was very big when I pulled him, but now he's not so big anymore. Um, the biggest champion right now is Marius, right? Marius is the biggest one for sure. Yikes. You shocked I won? Don't be shocked. Hmm. I have to dump. I think like we probably go more to strat, but I probably dump Narcissus here with like a cleanser. Yeah. When you get Marius, they should roll credits. Marius can be obtained by missions. Yeah, only missions. What gear and blessing would you recommend for 5-star Marichka? Um, Relentless, probably Relentless Stone Skin or Relentless. Relentless Stone Skin probably makes sense. Or Relentless Bolster. Um, I like that. Blessing, I mean, oh, okay. Um, okay. Hmm. This is gonna be tough. I mean, we got Gauthier, a Reviver, and then UDK to block the damages. Hmm. Hmm. Sorry, it'd probably be Life Harvest for Marichka. Come on. Okay, that'll give us a little bit of time. That secret skill? Oh yeah. I mean, it's kind of like the only way I can counter Marius, so I just use that kind of strategy. It kind of works. I mean, it's probably like 50% win rate. I mean, it's better than losing more. So I feel like my void luck has been yikes. Picked up Coronar as first void, got lucky. Pulled Torment, Baron. So far, all don't feel that impactful. Yeah, Torment's not as good now with all the stone skin stuff, especially after the Hydra stuff. Um, sorry, especially after the Hydra personal reward chest. So now everybody has access to the accessories. We did a cleanse, so she's gonna do a cleanse. Okay, we'll force cleanse with this. Oh, what the heck? Do I have... He resisted her? That's wild, man. He resisted her for real? How did that happen? Got 3%ed? Fuck. Ugh. This is a tough one. Yo, man, I think my Marichka... sorry, I think my Mithril doesn't have gear or something, man. Like, I got resisted, and now I'm getting debuffed by Galathier here. the heck? Yo, this okay. I think my Mithra doesn't have gear. Like, she shouldn't be getting debuffed. I think she doesn't have gear on. Oh, Galthir has accuracy buff? Yeah, but then she also got enfeebled by Marius too. You see that? She also got enfeebled by Marius. I'm not. I don't think my Mithra has gear, but shit, man, she does have gear. What? Like that's third. That's oh, that's only 1200. Shit. I scaled down her gear a little bit. She used to have 1300 resistance. I scaled down her gear a little bit, I think. I added more HP. Damn. See that, guys? 1200 resistance? No good. Don't bother. 1200 resistance? Go home. Don't even bother. Yeah. Yeah. I had more resistance on her at some point. I had 1300 and then I scaled down her. I probably pulled a piece of gear off and did something else with it. All right. Let's get that last win. Get that last win. Um um hmm. Sure, go with the Wukong. Okay, so he's gonna go try to go first. He's bringing Frony. Interesting. Go first, Frony. How do you do Rotos? No 9-piece merciless? Yeah, lethal. Lethal stone skin would be best, or lethal. Hard to beat Galthier. Tips for Bommel is coming up and still struggling with him. Yeah, Bommel is very champion specific. One of the toughest Doom Tower bosses. The hell? Kind of weird you would kill the... Isn't that kind of weird you would kill Wukong? I don't know. Ooh. Ooh. Demolished him. You didn't get debuff 1.2k resistance. You never got your hex out. So you only ever had 600 the resistance. No, it doesn't work like that. It's her passive. Her passive is always active. So she always has 1200 resistance. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Like that's no good. That's no good. All right, let's see what else we can do. Yeah, we were getting debuffed with 1200 resistance. Like even Marius was dropping the enfeeble. So I mean, and Marius, it you know, a lot of bad RNG was happening, right? We got 3%ed. We got 3%ed. And then we were getting, you know, debuffed. Like I don't know how much accuracy that Marius had. Even with plus accuracy, you shouldn't be able to do much. You know what I mean? Like you shouldn't be able to do much against 1200 resistance. So you know, got 3% probably twice by that Marius. It is what it is. It's all good. Oh, no worries, Jake. No worries, man. What's up, Ninkage? How are you? Went to his stream to pay respects. No, we just got 3% a couple times. It's okay. It's no big deal. How to get Lydia fast? It's hard, man. You gotta. The thing with Lydia is that you just have to make progress every time. Like you just have to keep climbing every day. You gotta keep climbing whenever those things are open. You do have to build out some champions and gear them out just so you can progress, right? Because you want to farm as high as you can. Also, that's a good thing when you farm as high as you can, but you also want to get Lydia relatively quickly. Land, yeah. Oh, UDK also landed decreased attack. Yeah, it's insane, right? Like, I didn't even notice that. Like, it was to the point where I thought she didn't have gear on, right? I was like, what? Is this possible? Like, I thought she didn't have gear on. Like, missing a set or something, you know? Oh, decreased resistance. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's true. We did have decreased resistance from Galathier. Okay, that makes more sense. That makes more sense. Yeah, I think that makes more sense. Yeah. Yes, Mistress of Hymns. Yeah, I used Mistress of Hymns when I was climbing through Sacred Order as well. Yeah, she's not very good, but I kept her at 50. But she worked as a reviver. Yeah, she's not very good, but she was useful enough. You know what I mean? Here, let's do some. So if you guys don't already do this, make sure you guys do your crafts. You know, your forge crafts. This is one of the best things about RSL Helper. When the RSL Helper takes over, and then you do other stuff. 800 plus accuracy. Accuracy check is messed up. Yumiko is 800 accuracy. Pretty often resisted. Oh, what? It's just 3%. 3% happens once every 30. You know, once every 33 attempts, right? So it's not it's a roulette spin. It doesn't happen too often, but it's not lottery odds or anything. Ranking 688 is personal best? No way. I thought you were higher than that. It only does one at a time? No, you can do 10 at a time, but you can't sell 10 at a time. That's the thing. So I do one at a time. It auto sells with the RSL helper, and then I can do some other stuff. Yeah, you basically just AFK. Yeah, you AFK a bit. You let your sell file determine which one you keep. Do you think there are cheaters in raid, like tweaking some stats? No, I don't think that extent. Like, there's definitely, you know, people or groups of people that have strategies that people might feel is cheating. But it's kind of just gaming the system, I guess. Unfortunately, raid doesn't do enough to stop those kind of loopholes, so it just asks for people to take advantage of it. I mean, you know, there's players that probably automate play beyond what RSL helper does. So, you know, that, you know, if it's unsanctioned by Plarium, that would be considered cheating, I guess. Like there's speed hacks. There were speed hacks back in the day, right? But yeah, speed hack is definitely something that that's definitely cheating for sure. They boost each other in classic arena. I mean, that's kind of like gaming strategy. That's kind of like strategy, right? Teamwork, strategy. It's not really cheating because it's in the game. Like I don't know. I have a gray area about that because Plarium should do more to stop that. And but that is in the game. Therefore, people do it. It's similar to how I don't know. It's similar to how people use like like almost like cheesy methods, like cheesy ways to do things. I don't know. It's like, oh, is this intended? It's like, nah, not really, but it works, and you know, you can kind of do it. So I don't know. It feels like Plarium should do more to stop that, and it's kind of on them instead of people. But yeah, boosting, you could see it as like poor etiquette, or yeah, poor etiquette. Maybe like arena players have like, you know, they have whatever that more pride, I guess, in trying to do it the right way instead of getting boosted up, which is like not the right way, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, Plarium should do more. I think they tried to do a little bit about that boosting stuff. Like you can't lose to the same guy or something, like more than five times a day or something. I forgot what they did, but they did something to try to stop that. But I don't know if anyone gives a shit, but arena botting is the thing, yeah. Yeah, arena botting, yeah, just to automate play. Friendly battles? I don't think that's high on their list. I think that's more like I don't think that's high on their list of things to do, to be honest. The friendly battle stuff. Because I think the way they make money is to keep the player base in the dark on a lot of stuff. And having a testing ground for players means that they have educated decision making. And if that testing ground is free, then they can do it for free. Therefore, educating themselves, therefore, making better decisions. So I think it is against their Plarium's best interest to do that. So, in my opinion, I think the testing ground would probably cost some kind of resource to use because they're not going to give it away for free. Because why would you offer a free area for you to spend your time in, potentially a lot of time in, instead of spending resources grinding dungeons or doing this and that, or whatever, right? So my opinion is that if they offer a testing ground, it's likely going to cost some kind of resource, or it might be heavily limited. You heard it here first. Because it makes sense to me, right? Why they wouldn't offer a fully free friendly battle area? Like, here's unlimited access, right? I don't think so. We're seeing fully automated clients. They aren't available outside the large Asian bear circles. Aren't you afraid of RSL Helper after that massive gem loss? That's my own user error, man. That's my own user error. It's not gonna fritz out and drain all my resources. Just my own error there. I set it up before I went to work, and I remember that day I was so tired, like my eyes could like barely open. Like I don't even know what I was clicking. You know what I mean? So it makes sense. It's just one of those oopsie daisies. Any specific reason you didn't join the HH free to play challenge, or was it just time issue? It would have been interesting to see a new account play out for your perspective. Yeah, I thought about it, and I would have loved to be honest, because I've been thinking about, oh, maybe I should play, maybe I should play another account, because people always say like, oh, you're disconnected from the early game. Like, yeah, you play free to play or whatever. In the beginning, people didn't even think I was free to play. People didn't even believe I was free to play, right? But now most people, they believe I'm free to play. Whether they believe, I'm actually free to play, like I fit their definition, is beyond the point. But I'm free to play player, right? I do all the free to play stuff. But the big thing is that they say I'm disconnected from early game players. I agree, right? Because I haven't been an early game player in years, right? I haven't been an early game player in years. I know what to do in the early game. I've experienced, heard from, help early game players all the time. But you're right. I haven't started a brand new account in years, right? So I was thinking about starting a brand new account. The thing with the Hell Hades thing was that it started while I was still moving, so I definitely didn't have time to commit to playing another account. So because I play my main account, I play my alt account, which is a tier 6 400k account, Nightmare Hydra, all that stuff. It's another endgame account. So I played 2 endgame accounts. I played a test server account, so that's 3 accounts already. And to throw in another account, a free to play account, I wouldn't be able to devote like attention to that account, like that free to play account, as I would like a brand new player, and to play it seriously. Like if people wanted to watch me play it seriously, it would be hard to devote the time to it. So I just stayed off of it, because I didn't just want to jump in there and just do it for the sake of doing it, because grinding like a brand new account is not fun. It's not fun to me, right? Like, grinding your 6-star, grinding campaign for chickens, like, each one of your brutal 3 runs cost you 30 seconds. Like, that's not fun, right? So I don't want to do that because it's not fun. But I want to do that to see what the steps are now, right? That's kind of what I want to see. But the big thing is just time. I just didn't have time. At the end of the day, like, I work, I have a family, I do this on the side, I play Raid, and I make content on YouTube. So it's hard to devote more time, serious time, to another account. But I think eventually maybe I will start another account just for fun, see how it is. But right now is not really the best time for me, just because I don't really have the time. So that's kind of like the long story of it. The other thing is that the challenge is not really like to be honest, it's more like the Olympics. It's like the free to play Olympics, right? It's like what you can do as free to play, but it's not necessarily what you would do as a free to play player, because you get points for doing certain things, right? You get points for doing objectives, right? But as a free to play player, those objectives might not be your top priority. And it might not be the best option for you or the health of your account in the long term. For them, they know that their account only lasts 3 months. They're going to stop playing after 3 months, And yeah, it's a different mentality. Different mentality. So I think people that are watching that need to take it with a grain of salt. Like if you're a brand new player and you're watching the free to play challenge, that would be my kind of thinking around it. Like don't think that you can do this, you know, after 3 months. Like or after 1 month or whatever, right? Don't think that you can do this. Because and don't think it's the best thing that you can do for your account either. Because yeah, these guys are doing like for challenges, right? Obviously, it takes a lot of time and effort on their end as well, but I think some of the objectives for it don't line up with what a regular person would do, kind of thing. Like, so I have a little bit of some comments about that, but. Mm, mm, Spider 20 with 3 food takes 6 minutes. I mean, just do it overnight. You don't enjoy a star rate, yeah, exactly. Barely play one account. A mythical, am I doing something wrong or is it just saving shards? I mean, I don't have a mythical. I mean, I have the 2 free ones, but I never pulled one. You're level 74, man. It's a marathon. It's a grind, dude. Are you married? Yes. It's a sprint. Correct. Not a marathon, which is normal free to play experience. Exactly. Are you Mexican? No. Do you think you would ever become a full-time YouTuber? Pretty cool how transparent you are in general being in CC program. I mean, I don't have any dreams about it. You know what I mean? Like full-time YouTuber. Like right now, I only YouTube because I play Raid. Right? Like I don't consider myself like a big gamer. And for example, if like Raid shut down tomorrow, I don't know what I would do with my channel. To be honest, like I'll be like, oh, maybe I'll play another game. You know, maybe I'll get some traction there, right? Like, but honestly, YouTube was a byproduct of playing Raid, right? So, I don't know what I would do. I I have a stable income, stable job, good job. So it's kind of hard to leave it, but sometimes like obviously like during work, I'm just like, I could be working on this at home. You know what I mean? Like, and obviously like some of the benefits of being a YouTuber, you know, they're great, right? Some of the benefits of being a YouTuber. Not versus like traditional work. Sorry, versus traditional work. Um, but there's obviously like negatives too, right? So I don't have any pipe dreams about quitting my job, you know, moving to some no tax state, camping out in my room and just filming content. Like I don't really have any dreams of that. Like yeah, my life is crazy, but it's good. I like it. Like we just recently bought a house, and that's a big step in our life. You know, property is very expensive here in this area, and you know we're raising our kiddo, and you know things are good. Things are good. We just got our couch after 2 months. We got our couch put in, so you know just keeping it real, right? Like you know we didn't have a couch for over 2 months, so it's a bit of a pain in the butt. But yeah, we got a couch. Um, yeah, still some work around the house. Like we're doing our electrical panel and stuff, and that's taking up a bunch of time. It's snowing here, so it's the weather delays. So, but yeah, I don't have any like aspirations to be like a full time YouTuber. I just do it for fun right now. But you never know. You never know. I'm not going to say never, but you never know. And maybe if I was younger, I would be more willing to jump into it. That's another thing. I'm a little bit older. I'm older than what you guys have said in chat. So I'm a little bit older, and yeah. Creating 6 accounts with BlueStacks is easy. Yeah, I don't want to play BlueStacks, man. BlueStacks is like lag central, so I don't want to play BlueStacks. Take care, Jesse. You host free to play, you should play. If you're not host free to play, you should play. I need the last Dungeon Divers for Hatter points with shortened energy. I bought a pack for $12. Finished last minute. I don't know, is it worth it? And I'm completely free to play. Oh, that sucks. It really sucks, man. It's like it's not just whether it's worth it or not. It's like, now you're tainted $12. Ah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Who cares? That's the thing. Ultimately, who cares? As long as you're okay with it, it's who cares. How many more fragments do you have from Chimera Mythical? Oh, like mid 50s, 55 or something. I think I'm gonna skip this fusion and use resource Marius missions. Yeah, Marius mission is definitely worth it. I mean, Marius is, yeah, he's a godsend for free players. He's a godsend. Horror games. Who the hell thinks you're Mexican? What's the other free mythical? Mikage. Mikage and Carnage are the free mythicals. I don't want to disclose my work. Reaction content? Oh my god. Nah, no thanks. Hey, Nubs. What's up, man? Welcome, Nubs. How are you? Famous content creator in chat, guys. Well, actually, we got a couple content creators here. We got Grim here as well. Big shout out to content creators. Yay. Seems like you're often busy is why I asked. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, super busy, man. A full-time gig, right? And then content creation, and then raid's like a full-time job. So raid's like a full-time job. And then I run a couple accounts, right? So yeah. Gets to be pretty crazy sometimes. Buying a house is a huge milestone. Thanks. Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks. No, it's good. Yeah, I'm around there, Grim. I'm around there. Loser's 29. I wish. Everyone wanted to know my age. I'm around there. I'm around midlife. You're older than 24. Yes, I am older than 24. He's older than 69. You don't play BlueStacks, you just leave it in the background on full auto click. Yeah, I guess. It slows down my computer, man. I'm not a big fan of BlueStacks. Nubs? I would say Nubs is 30. Nubs? I would say Nubs is 30. What do you guys think? Nubs, how old are you? Why are you forging 1x1 instead of 10x? The helper is doing it 1x1, so it auto sells as well. So when you do it 10x, it doesn't auto sell. Hey. You're afraid you get the Chimera Mythical before Mikage? Is this Nub Raise the real one? It's the real one. Yeah, it's the real one. The real deal. You're around midlife. Do you have a crisis? I mean, do I have a crisis? I bought a new car. Not a new car. I bought a new car actually. So it was a pretty crazy like December, January. Pretty crazy December, January. So like I just told you guys I bought a new house. So that was a big spend, right? And then after that, I was like, oh, my car broke down. My car broke down. It just left me on the side of the street, but I knew it was gonna die. So I literally drove it into the ground and I left it on the sidewalk, or I left it on the curb, and then it never moved again in my hands. I had to sell it, and some guy towed it away or whatever. But I was like, okay, I need to buy a new car. So I was like, okay, I need to either spend very little money and buy a used car that won't last me that long, or I'm not too happy with, or I'm going to spend a little bit more and buy a newer car that I want, and it's going to be, good. So I ended up ponying up, and I paid. It's the most expensive car I've ever bought. So I usually just buy like, old secondhand cars. So this is a secondhand car, but I paid $16,000 for it, which is the most I've ever spent on a car. So you can kind of see how cheap my cars were. I don't like spending money on cars because they're depreciating asset and blah, 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 right? But I really wanted a Toyota Highlander. So I drive a Toyota Highlander. I just think it's like such a good size. It's like, not too flashy, but not too boring. It's more on the boring side, like looks wise, but it has the Toyota reliability. I love like the old Forerunners. I love like the old Nissan Pathfinders. Like I love those kind of SUVs, right? So the Highlander was like more affordable. So I got myself a nice, clean, low kilometer Highlander. So super happy with that. And it's kind of like my splurge, right? For I haven't really splurged. And then after that, I bought this like 49-inch widescreen OLED monitor. I was like, yeah, I'm probably going through a midlife crisis. So you could call that midlife crisis, like the excessive spending. I was like, oh shit, I just want all this stuff, this new stuff. But you know, like I'm a very frugal person, so I don't really spend. But yeah, so I just figured like, I was just gonna treat myself, you know. And then midlife crisis comments start coming. So Nubs is 69. Okay. Someone said 50. 29 or 69. Oh my goodness. Tell me it's a Mustang. I used to love the Mustang. Yeah. Drexar good? Yeah, Drexar is great. He's great for killing bosses. 33? Yeah, okay. Early 30s, I could see. 46? Feel like 80. Oh, okay. Yeah, the body starts wearing down, after 30. Takeover stuff? Takeover stuff comes from, you have to go through my Discord. There's a channel for, that's my Discord. You go through it. There's a channel for submissions. His Crisis is not getting a mythical yet. Should have bought a Hummer. I can't afford a Hummer. Life is good. Yeah, life's good. So you spent more on that than the vehicle? Well, you know, like I actually spend more time in front of my monitor than driving my car. So, you know, you got, you know, if you're gonna spend that much time in front of something, you might as well have it that's nice, right? My wife and kid has all the money. My wife controls all the money. Trust me. Well, trust me, man. I was like, hey, can I buy this? And then she's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. So trust me, man. I always get the okay. Out with the old, in with the new. Someone made a comment. It's like, oh, you got new this, you got new this, you got new this. Now you just need a new kid and you need a new wife. No, just kidding. Of course, I wouldn't do that. But you're saying, oh, you're just like replacing all your old stuff. Gotta have some goodies, yeah. The day Nubs breaks free to play, he will be a true midlife crisis. Nubs spent money already. He broke his free to play when he became a full-time content creator, didn't he? Yeah, he spends money on shards. But you can tell that he has the free to play mindset still, right? Clipping coupons. Oh yeah, if I spent yeah, if I spent money in this game, something is up. There's no reason for me to spend money in this game. Take care, Brandon. Yep, have a good one. Spare money from Raid to buy a Toyota. How old are your kids? He's young. He's preschool age. He's still he's just a, yeah, preschool age. Can you write off spending in Raid as a CC? I think you do. You can write off expenditures in a game, yeah, like buying shards. You can, spending in game you can write off because you can view it as business expense. Yeah, you can. So, I mean, like you still have to spend the money, right? So, like you spend $1,000 in Raid. It's not like you're getting $1,000 back. It's not like you're getting $1,000 off your taxes. If you donate that money, that might be different, right? I think donating money, you get that straight off. That's straight off your income, right? Not free to play, but I consider buying shards to be excessive. I mean, you know, the argument is you buy shards to make videos, and then those videos make money. right? So those videos are your business. Therefore, you can, you know, write off the buying of shards as an expense to make your videos. Makes sense. What do you think of Arash? Yeah, so Arashi. I did a showcase video on Arashi. I think he has a good kit, but I don't think he hits hard enough. But I think he has a good kit. Sacred Shard business expense is crazy. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's yeah. You just don't think about it that way. Imagine yourself as not a player of Raid, and somebody is spending money in the game so that he can produce videos. That's basically what it is. Like if you don't know what a shard is, it doesn't matter. Like, he's just spending money in the game. How does the auto seller know when to stop selling perception? Oh, so basically in your RSL helper, there's something called number of forges. So I set 200 and then it just grinds it 200 forges. I never spend money in raid, I only donate. There you go. Are you close enough to make it your full-time job? I would say it's a good side hustle. I would say it's not enough for most people to quit their jobs over it. So I'll say that. Um, but you know, people know that YouTube is scalable, right? So YouTube, you can definitely make way more than like what you traditionally can make at a normal job, I guess. Um, but for me right now, it's just like I said, I mentioned it's pretty much tied to raid right now. So until the day that I basically see it as more business than a side hobby, then I won't fully explore that full-time option, I think. He just actually damage reflect in Chimera. Actually, his reflect was killing some of the guys. It's kind of funny. Some of the content creators, I think Nubs or Hell Hades or Scratch was testing against my Arashi defense, and they were killing themselves on the reflect. It's pretty funny. But I didn't test it against the Chimera. Sorry. Do you think the new faction will be robotic? No, I don't have any idea. I would think if they went robotic, it would be a little bit out of character for raid. I think. Um, I heard mage, some kind of mage faction, but I would think some kind of mage faction is a little bit too close. Like it would probably be like a mix of like high elves plus sacred order type. I think that's a little bit boring. I think Plarium doesn't want to make faces like human faces, you know what I mean, for characters. Like they rather put them on masks, you know, where make them wear masks or something because they don't like to make faces. They have trouble making faces, right? If you guys didn't notice, they have trouble making faces. Do you advise always trying to go for legendary book and champ training? No, 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 definitely not. Um, like you're not gonna max out a training event if you want to save for a fusion and if you're low on resources, right? So you want to save some resources for other areas. Generally, like if the legendary book is like 9k, less like 10k or less, I think is a good deal. I think 11, 12k is not a good deal. So you kind of want to pick your spot. Pick your spot. Cronam worth building for my end game content. Trying to figure out my next 6-star. I'm not sure where he would be used. There's actually not too much content on him, from what I remember. You can do Ice Golem, but yeah, I'm not too sure. I don't have him myself, and I never play tested him. So, do you also make the rank 3 or 4s to clear them out for silver? Do you also make the rank 3 or 4s to clear them out for silver? Usually I run out of the Magi Steel. So I don't even have the option to clear out the 3 and 4s. But you could. The thing is, the 3 and 4s, you have to be careful because even though you're crafting 5 and 6, you still need the purple stuff. So but yeah, you can definitely craft out the 3 and 4s for silver. I just don't have enough of the steel. The limiting factor for me is steel. I have tons of material. It's just like writing off business meals. Yeah, kind of. Yeah. The new faction is Mexican. Yeah. Golems? Yeah. Golems, yeah. Why not? I don't know. I think this year, new faction. This year will be new faction for sure. They've been teasing it like for a while, but this year probably new faction. And since they have all the faction banners laid out, they're gonna do something different for faction wars. And I would fully expect them to put a mythical champion as a reward. A new mythical champion as a reward for completing the new faction wars. That's what my guess would be. Like, so somebody beyond Lydia. Yeah. Like, why, like, faction wars 22 to 30, so stages 22 to 30, make those 8 levels different or whatever, different. Yeah, make those 8 levels different, and then put a mythical champion at the end of completing it all. Yeah, I think that would be pretty good. Put Lydia where she is, and then put the mythical at the end. $500 gems refill, bought 10 energy packs, I needed the book. Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, it's like, oh, you paid 500 gems for a book, basically, right? It's like, that's a good, of course you would. There you go. So, no regrets. Where can you get this helper? You just Google RSL helper. Nautical. Okay. Yeah, nautical. Why not? They don't have a lot of ocean stuff. Having like an ocean faction would be pretty cool. I would like that. CC watch streams, yeah. I mean, it's kind of just supporting your guy, your fellow coworker. Faction Wars 2.0, I think they introduced restrictions on each floor, electricity, so there's a lot of niches. You know what I was thinking? This is what I think. I bounced this idea. I think they should have like some kind of guarantee champion for every faction. Like a guarantee epic and a guaranteed Lego. Like when you finish Faction Wars like 21, they should give you a guaranteed Lego for that faction, right? Like just give us like a middle faction, like give us a middle champion and give us like, you know, an epic that can help you get to the end, right? Give us something to chase for. And I think every faction should have this kind of guarantee, like a progress champion. There's so many freaking stupid champions in the game. Why not just give them away for free so that people have that carrot to chase, right? Some people, they don't do faction wars because they don't pull champions to do them anymore. But if you can do faction wars up to a certain point, you get that epic, you build the epic, that epic keeps pushing you further along in that faction. And then keeps you in the game, blah, 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 right? Because the last thing you want to do is get people stuck and then they quit, right? So if they want to retain people, give people like that small carrot, right? So I think for every faction, they give everybody like everyone gets some kind of guarantee. Like there'll be like a little circle here, right? A little circle here. So everybody gets some kind of guarantee once you pass a certain level or something. And that champion will help you get through that faction, right? Like I think that's just like a no-brainer. Or like fucking like during these Lydia missions, how about give us a freaking champion? Like give us some freaking champions to get through the faction wars. Like help us along, right? Fucking man, sometimes this game's so stupid sometimes. Like, but yeah, they're gonna open up this last banner and then probably put a mythical champion after Lydia. That's my thinking. So it'll probably go up, I don't know. Whatever. But that's what they should do. They should offer like some kind of guarantee per faction banner. It doesn't have to be like insane champion. Just give us like some, middle bullshit champion. Like for example, like for banner lords, just give us like who's kind of a middle bullshit champion, like this guy, Sigmund. Like he's a free champion. Just give it to us. Fuck, man. Like when like, you know what I mean? Just give it to us. Like high elf. Like who's kind of like bullshit here, right? Just give us this guy, incarnate. Who cares? Just give us something. Like sacred or like who's kind of like, they can't be total shit, right? They can't be total shit, but it can't be good. I understand. It can't be good, it can't be total shit. Here, give us like Bishop's actually okay. This guy's probably too good. But I don't know. You know what I mean, right? Just give us something for progressing in the faction wars as we go. But yeah, just my idea, batting it around a little bit. But why not? There's so many champions in this game, and the chances of us getting some of the champions are so low. Like, why not? Just give it to us. Who are you? Like who? Like, yeah, I don't know. It just boggles my mind. Druid faction, yeah. Hard mode, okay. Hard mode, yeah. Steampunk. Mythical version of existing champions. Okay. One-man defense and tag, but keep them in stone skin. Well, maybe like it's like an existing champion, and then they just had stone skin gear on them, and then they don't want to change the gear, of course, right? That'll be the easy explanation. Oh, missions for the souls. Yeah, that'll be a good one. Yep. Mythical in Chimera is whack. I mean, nobody has him and nobody's playtested him, so no one really knows if he's good or not. Ultimate Lydia? Yeah, I was thinking Mythical Lydia, but never know. Aliens. Just give it to us. Yeah. Another thing I was thinking about is they should add... Whoa. Another thing I was thinking about is they should add another permanent fusion. Like they have Rosin, they have Mikage. Why not give us one more? Why not give us one more? Why not? What's wrong with giving us a fusion to do for people that can't do fusions, right? I guess their answer was mold, I guess, right? All right, let's see. Robotic theme? I don't know. I don't know if robotic theme makes sense for Raid, right? Raid is pretty like old school, like fantasy, like dark fantasy. Like if you look at the characters in the game, nobody has anything robotic, right? Technology is pretty limited. Like right now, it's still like using magic and stuff. Rosin needs a buff, yeah. I mean, Rosin's AoE needs to not be a 6-turn cooldown, first of all. Like, it's just ridiculous. Oh yeah, Iron Twins. Yeah, that's true. You can say Iron Twins is like, he's like a robot that's held together by magic. I don't know. Yeah, I guess so, yeah. Twins is right. Lady Annabelle as a permanent fusion. Yeah, why not? Why not? Just give it to us. I don't know. It's kind of like if you guys didn't go for fusions, what would you do, right? If you guys didn't go for fusions, what would you do? Like you know, Minotaur, whatever. Like basically you guys would like not be so inclined to log into the game. But if you give more areas for people to do stuff, like of permanent fusion, you know, faction wars progress. You know, you might actually entice more people to come into the game and stay in the game that aren't interested in fusions or Titan events or whatever, right? So why not have these permanent events, right? That help people have, you know, tight schedules that would otherwise just straight skip things, still, you know, participate. Like I like the idea with the blessings for like the login champions. That would be good. Like Arbiter, blessings for some of the free champs. Like sure, give us a way to get there, right? They can do a lot instead of just feeding us fusions and new champions and pull shard events, right? Hey, Bitey, what's up, man? It needs to fit the Nyrazin theme. Oh, okay, so there is a limitation there. Nyrazin theme. We have to fit this theme, guys. Dwarves, Shadowkin, Sylvan Watcher. So what kind of theme is that? Like a peaceful theme, I guess. Like these guys are pretty peaceful. I don't know. I have no idea. What's the theme here? Did you climb the hard spider with the Eric's build? Yes, you can do lower stages with the Eric's build. You might have trouble against Force because she's magic affinity. But if you have lower stats, I'm doing hard 10. If you have lower stats, you just do lower levels. But it works the same. You have plenty of shit to do between fusion. Okay. Giving us Hydra champs would be god tier. Hey Craig, what's up, man? Doing Mishinaki Masteries, what build would you suggest as a 1-star soul? Uh, so yeah, here's my Mishinaki. Crazy, right? I don't even use them anymore. Helm Smasher. If your gear is bad, maybe use War Master. Might work. But Mishinaki is good with 100% crit rate, crit damage. He can hit pretty hard, so definitely build him up with 100% crit rate and good crit damage. He needs accuracy to land his stuff. So depending where you are in the game, you need a certain amount of accuracy. That theme is large. Nautical? I think druids kind of make sense, but druids kind of seem like Sylvan Watcher, right? Spartan, okay. Mech, aliens, insects could be cool. Once a long time ago, last faction could be monks. Okay. Rework will require Bannerlord. Berries? Berries, Sylvan Watcher? Skinwalker covers, yeah. Gnomes or elementals would fit. Elementals. Yeah, elementals would be pretty cool. It's something different. I mean, Akoth is like an elemental, right? So if you look at Akoth, yeah, Akoth is an elemental. I mean, even something like Magnar, I guess Magnar is kind of demonish, but what the fuck is Akoth? Oh yeah, here it is. Like this guy's pretty elemental looking, right? Like I don't know. Aquatic, yeah, could be aquatic. Goblin, could be, yeah. I don't know what the themes are for this. I mean, like corrupted, yeah, they're corrupted, they're bad. Galen, what is that? What is Galen? Like non-humanoids, right? I guess lizard, animals, orcs, and then ogrins. Like these are non-humans. Telerium is humans. Humans, yeah, or basically humanoids. Nyrazin is like what? Like what the fuck is this? Like these are humans, but they got like spirits and stuff here too. These guys are wood elves. These guys are dwarves. Anyways, yeah. Anyways, it's interesting. Shit, I gotta finish off these tokens before they expire. Pixnail from High Elf looks very elemental. Cars faction. When would you manage all these red dots? Some of them are resources, right? I don't collect resources and I just let them expire and go to my inbox. So it gives me more time to use it. So until I need to use the resource, then I click on it. So that's why you see red dots everywhere. But obviously like index and stuff, the red dots there just because I haven't clicked them off. I don't really care too much about red dots. I know some people are really bothered by them. I don't know. And Rotos solo Amius hard. Yeah, he could if he had some way to heal up. For sure. He needs a way to heal up though, that's the thing. So maybe like lifesteal set or something, I don't know. More than life drinker. Why do some people keep the red dot on their champions? It's just, for me, it's just laziness. I don't like, yeah, it doesn't matter to me about the red dots for the index. That stuff is just my laziness. But for example, like red dot here, like this is a champion, right? This is 250 champion chase points. I'm not going to collect her until, you know, I need her for points. So that's why there's a red dot there, right? Referral program. I don't know. Nothing happened. So that was just laziness. CVC red dot, like it's a bunch of resources. Like I'm not gonna collect this until I need to, right? And then like for example, dungeon diver, I haven't checked yet in a while, so there I collected red dot gone. This one, I'll collect this when it's closer to expiration, right? So it gives me the most time to use it. That's pretty much it. And the index, I don't really care about the red dots. Quests, sure, I can clear some of them. I won't collect these two until I have to, right? Like, for example, I have 22 days to use this. Why would I collect them now and use this? Instead, I would just use the stuff that's going to expire sooner, right? So these ones expired in 3 days, 6 days. So I'll use those ones first, right? So that's how I manage my energy. I give myself the most time possible to use it. So for example, this tag team arena tournament, it ended, but there's a red dot because there's energy here. I don't need to use it. And then when it goes to my inbox, I get an additional, 7 days to use it. It just gives me the most time, right? So here, it gives me the most time. And yeah, I can collect this shit, like, but I'll collect it at the end. When I get it all, I collect it all at once instead of coming back and collecting it one by one. That's kind of the way I do it. Like, that's my reasoning. It seems to work well, keeps me out of trouble, yeah. It keeps them annoy. Flighty, and now there's Yumiko in progression. Plarium knows. Flighty is awesome. Great champion. Fantasy creatures. Okay. Does Alice need accuracy? Yes. If you want to use her lockout ability, yes. Dwarves, ninja, dryads. Yeah. Collect energy, etc. at least latest possible time. We have to in order to manage best resource. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Do I do account takeovers? They happen on my Discord. So if you want to check out my Discord community there, we do have a giveaway channel, but keep in mind, guys, I only do one free giveaway a month, and there's a lot of people that are looking to try to get one. So, there's no guarantee that will ever happen. But yeah. Oh, we have the training event, right? Okay, so I can just spam this. I need to make some space. Gotta make sure they're not using up any wrong ones here. Okay. Yeah, I know some people, I know some people rank up the threes a little bit, like they put like a brew or something into the threes. For me, it's just kind of like I don't have enough brews to do it, so I don't really bother. But yeah, for example, like my training strategy is basically I put 8 brews, 28. You could go less, but I find that 28, it gets you that last 2 levels. You get 26 and 27. So I put 8 into these. I usually only do the 4 stars now. 4 stars are higher. I think, you know, when I was starting out, I was doing the 3 stars, like 1 brew into 3 stars just to get 10 levels. But yeah, this is just for quick points, CVC points or whatever. Training points. And then usually I take a little bit longer with the epics to digest them a little bit. Like sometimes like some of these like you want a +4, like Farrakhan out +4. But then some of the other ones are like pretty garbage, like Hexia. Like Hexia's garbage. So I'll feed her. So sometimes you just know which ones you're gonna feed or which ones you want to empower. Like this guy. Also, because I'm a content creator, I need to keep some of these copies around just in case I need to make some content on them. Because if I feed them off and I don't have them on my account, I can't really do anything about it. Like, I remember I was trying to do some video and I couldn't because I was looking for a reliquary tender on my account and I actually didn't have a reliquary tender on my account. So, a little bit of a pain actually to keep some of those guys around. Yeah, I guess we go to 61. These are really bad. Like this is 4 of the golden coins for 9,700. Oh. I can't complain for it being free. Waiting to sell some booze with them barrels. Oh, the barrels? Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't know. I don't find instances that use them that often. You're wasting a lot of points brewing that way. Which way are you doing? 1 brew and 4 stars, 18 points. Oh, I see. So you're gonna brew the 3s, right? Yeah. Like I said, I used to do them. Like for example, shit. Put 1 there. This is usually what I do. But for example, like I was like running low on brews, so I just decided just to use the big ones because I had a surplus of like rank 4s that I could bring to rank 5, but I didn't actually have a surplus of like 3s going up to 4. So I just decided to save the brews for the 4 stars because I was doing more ranking up on the 4 stars instead of the 3 stars. But yeah, and then I just kind of like never recovered my brews, so I never went back to the 3 stars. Early K. Yeah, but that just means like, yeah, you just need more of the 3 stars, which I seemingly don't have a lot. So like here. Yeah, no big deal. I can do it. More clicking too, so this is gonna keep my arthritis in check, you know. A little bit more clicking. Eric's is in Slayer gear. You can run 4-piece or 6-piece Slayer for Eric's. So that's the build. Three star, okay. You do 3-star 1, 4-star 2, 5-star 5. Okay. I find that okay, yeah. I understand what you're saying about me spending too many brews on those ones, but I find that I don't have that many champions to brew. If that makes sense. I don't have that many champions to brew. So if I don't spend the brews to get the points on the champions that I do have, then I won't be getting the points from brews. That's kind of what I mean, or what I do. Amount of points is ridiculous. Yeah, the tournaments are getting more and more ridiculous. Conserves a lot of brews. I mean, I don't need to conserve the brews. That's the thing, right? Like, I use the brews in exchange for saving energy, or I conserve energy to use in other areas, right? Erickson Slayer to solo spider, yes. Yeah. You can use 6-piece or 4-piece. You can use accuracy or lifesteal set. I do 11 minutes in the pit to 15 them. Okay. Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay. So 14 and then 15 and then you're out. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I like that. There's a lot of micromanaging though. Yeah, a lot of micromanaging on your side. But that's good, man. That's efficient. I like it. So for example, unfortunately, Eric's, you have to run it as a team with presets. You have to run it with presets though. If you don't run it with presets, it's not going to work. Not going to work properly. I'm going to run some food because I actually need some food here. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, that's good. I like that. I like that. I like the level of efficiency. It's just a little bit too much for me to manage nowadays, especially with everything going on. And it's gonna lead me to spend 15k gems on my RSL helper. Oh yeah, mistakes were made. It is what it is. Um, yeah, so like I said, you have to make sure that for Eric's, you turn off her A3. Otherwise, she's going to be using her ally protection, right? So you got to make sure you turn that off. Oh, she died. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, so occasionally it can fail too. Like if she doesn't land the stun, because since the only way she can heal up is with leech. And it's not a 100% chance to land leech because it's off of mastery. And it's not a 100% chance to land a stun because she can get resisted. And of course, accuracy check. You can kind of see here, like she landed like 6 stuns and has 3 leeches out. So there is some RNG here, but it's pretty close, right? It's pretty close, pretty consistent. Um, and I'm sure if I had better stats on my Eric's, it would be 100%. Like if she had more damage or more health, it would be 100%. But honestly, I don't run this dungeon that often anymore. And it's kind of like whatever at this point. But hey, Alessandro. Yeah, things are good. Thank you. Yeah. This chapter ending Spider Tournament. Is that good enough for DD points or do I have to overkill? I mean, if you're running all champ training in campaign, I'm not too sure what that works out to, but I'm sure that's a lot. Because the spider tournament's gonna only give you maybe like one third of the points for 10 fragments on the dungeon divers. So you have to make up, quite a bit of ground. Golden relic? Yeah. I haven't looked into relics to be honest for Eric's. It's just a champ and a dungeon I don't do very often anymore. And but yeah, you're right. A relic would help. I think the blessings are pretty good. Like I could lift her out a little bit. I could update her build. Like the build is 6 months old, 8 months old now, so I probably got some better gear. We just had a Slayer. We just had a Slayer Forge Pass, right? So her gear probably gets upgraded. But yeah, I just haven't looked into it. It's on the list. It's just one of those lists. Oh, update dungeon teams. Like, as long as it works. Wallmaster, yeah, Wallmaster is good. I mean, Wallmaster, he can be good in Hydra, right? So maybe you use the same build. 12-3 brutal is 0.5 points per energy. Okay, good to know, yeah. Skip this fusion. She's not no use for my account. Yeah, I mean, I think she is kind of mid. She's useful. She will find some uses, but she's a legendary. She takes 10 legendary books. You know, people are tired of doing fusions and Titan events. Take a break. She might be just, worth it to take a break, right? 3-turn block buffs. Like if you have that for 3 teams for Hydra, then you're all good, right? You're all set. Is your RSL helper working properly? Because mine just gives a bunch of errors, shutdown. You have to update. There's a new update for it. Eric's emergency heal with blood shield works well. Okay. I use that other blessing where you get a bonus for many opponents. I forgot what it does. I think it boosts your damage. But you can kind of see like my gear is pretty shit on her, man. Like I got a 6-piece Slayer, but she has like 240 crit damage. Like just not doing enough for stage 10. So if she did more damage, you're gonna just plow through the small guys, kill her faster, and then don't take so much damage. How do you have so many multi-battles? How are you handling it when RSL helper is outdated? I use multi-battles, yeah. I use multi-battles when it's outdated, yeah. Actually, nowadays, you get way more multi-battles too, because you can get them from Live Arena. So if you do one Live Arena fight a day for your quest, you're going to get multi-battles. And yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, I do use multi-battles though. I do use multi-battles. How do I have so much? I just saved it over time. That's it. Get it from rewards or whatever. Still live? I know. Should pack it up. Have the 4-piece Slayer for Hydra too. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's good. That works then. Esme is definitely solid for progressing accounts. I agree. I think she's good. I don't think she's insane or anything like that. And her passive, I couldn't make work, but there probably is a way to make it work decently. But I don't think the way it works right now is going to change too much, you know? But yeah, I think she's decent. Her A1 is pretty cool. Like it's kind of special in the way that it gives like a team buff. Team buff plus attack is pretty cool. 3-turn AoE block buff with a weaken is good. And that's good. Yeah, if her A3 was 3-turn, I would say she's really good. If her A3 was a 3-turn cooldown instead of 4-turn, she could be your full-time increased speed champion. So you don't even need to bring increased speed anymore. So that could be really good. But 4-turn makes her a little bit less reliable. But maybe in today's Hydra environment, you don't need the full speed up boost anymore because of the way that the decap heads are coming back, right? They don't take any damage. Once they don't take any damage, you don't want to take too many turns. So maybe, holding off the plus speed is okay. Do you think the fusion will be important on Cursed City? That's the only way I will do this fusion. I got so many okay champions built. It's tough. I mean, she's not an insane carry for Cursed City anyways. You know what I mean? Like if she was a reviver like Noelle, like Lady Noelle, for example, some people didn't like her, but I was like, okay, well, it doesn't matter if you like her or not. She's a team revive, team support. And if you get her option in Cintranos, she can hard carry your team. So she is important. But for a champion like Esme, she's not really a hard carry champion. So, for Cintranos, I would say no. Unless you have like a big blessing on her, then you can bring her into maybe like those awaken stages and then maybe she'll be useful because of her big blessing. But that's just, you're sinking a lot of costs now into this champion, right? You get champion, then you get the soul, then she may be useful. Yeah, so it's asking a lot, but I don't think initially she's that useful in Cintranos. I mean, I wouldn't say that's a sell point for sure. Mhm. All right. Is there a way to stack up multi-battles per day? No, not the free ones. You can't. But the ones that stack up are the ones you get from rewards. The Eric stats. Yeah, sure. So 6-piece Slayer, 220 speed, 240 crit damage, 90k HP. You see my HP dropping pretty low there actually. You need accuracy to land the stuns because that's the only way she heals up. So you must have Harvest Despair because 60% chance to land leech when placing a stun. So when she's stunned, she places leech and then she can heal up. I do run this blessing, increase damage inflicted to bosses and their minions according to the number of living enemies. So she gets a little bit of a damage boost from this to try to kill stuff, and I could add a blessing to make things a little bit easier for her. But I'd rather use a blessing for a chicken, to be honest. Masteries. What I use? Helm Smasher? War Master and Helm Smasher seem to be about the same. Life Drinker for some more healing, get some more speed from Whirlwind. For her, it's like if you boost her stats more than this, you're just gonna do better in the dungeon. You're gonna kill stuff faster, you kill her faster. So, but I ran it with 4-piece before, a 4-piece Slayer. You just need better stats, right? You need stats to kill stuff. Yeah, Noelle. Yeah, Noelle's good. She's good. Team Revive, right? Team support. She has CC too, which is good. Okay, everybody interested? Yes. Also, if you guys have a worse Eric's than mine, you guys can just do lower levels, right? Just avoid the force levels. If she's magic, just avoid the force levels. Like you can use her to do level 1, like level 1 hard spider. You can do that. Um, but yeah, she doesn't need the stats, right? You can do it with less stats, like way less speed even. Like you can do like 170 speed with worse stats and do like hard 1, you know? Esme does qualify for one of the hard iterations of S8. That'd be useful if some people that are stuck there. Okay, that's good. I mean, I didn't look too specifically into the central stages, but good to know, yeah. Emergency heal with the blood shield accessory. Yeah, I mean, that would improve her survivability. I went for the damage route. Just because I found like, that saying your best defense is a strong offense. It's the faster you kill stuff, the less damage you take. It's kind of the same almost, but you can definitely try the blood shield route. Yeah, try to fit a hex set. Yeah, you could pop out more damage. You can go 4 and 4, I guess. Hex plus Slayer, 4 Hex, 4 Slayer. I guess that's possible. You don't need 6 Slayer. That's the thing. You can do it with 4 Slayer. I did it with 4 Slayer. Yeah, I did it with 4 Slayer. You just need more damage, right? You need better stats. Like if you're doing it with 4 Slayer, you probably need like 300 crit damage. You know what I mean? You just need more stats. Direction compass theme. Dwarf north, south Sylvan, east is Shadowkin, west would be cowboys. Oh wow, cowboys, Mayans, or Aztecs. Oh my. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. North North would be dwarves. South would be Sylvan. Okay, that would be cool. That's a cool idea. Hmm. Can't Marius do this better? Yes. Yes. Actually, let me try. I don't know if my build can. That's the thing. Can my build do it? What do you guys think? Do you think my build can do it? But Marius definitely can. I don't have Slayer gear good enough that I would put it on my Marius, but we can try it. Oh wow, he did it. But he has no way to heal. Okay, let's see if he gets there. This would be interesting. No, there's no way he gets there. Yeah, he doesn't get there. He needs some kind of healing. Yeah, he needs some kind of healing. He can't get there in my current build. I don't really want to change his build up. You know what I mean? How many days? 3 days? Probably need to take it easy. Otherwise, I just waste energy. Slayer? Yeah. Scared off second during the championship. There you go, man. Congrats. Congrats. 100k ready. There you go. There you go. I gave good advice. I give good advice. Luckily, it didn't provoke him, right? We were worried about getting provoked. I would run 9-piece Merciless on Wukong, but I actually don't have... I don't have good enough Merciless 9 pieces for Wukong. Because I want him about 290 speed. And I want him with at least this accuracy. I want him with a little bit of accuracy. I want him with at least 290 speed. Like I'm running an HP ring here, I think. Yeah, HP ring. My Merciless pieces for Shadowkin, sorry, for Skinwalker, not the best. So, but I would say 9-piece Merciless for Wukong would be really good. Yeah, took a lot of speed here. Like even have speed boots. I took speed here over like more damage. Hey Roblox, how are you, man? Yeah, it's nearing the end of it, I would say. We've been streaming for almost 4 hours, I'd say. So a little bit longer than usual. Usually I would stream about 2 hours, but lately I've been doing it a little bit longer. It's nice to hang out. But yeah, we've been doing some random stuff here today. I need to do 1 Chimera key. Should we do that here today? 8 Chimera though. Chimera is so bad. So this is my Chimera team. It's like the worst team in my whole clan. My whole clan's like doing so well for Chimera, but like for me it's like I freaking suck at this. For some reason, like I can't get the crazy high scores. I mean, it's very champ dependent, right? What do you guys think? You guys got any advice? I already did my Ultra Nightmare key. So I'll show you guys what I'm working with here. So I did my Ultra Nightmare key. And I'm like last. So that's my Ultra Nightmare key. 153 and I'm last. Use better champs and better gear. Oh, nice. I'll get on that. Damage or trials? I mean, you tell me. I'm open to learning how best to do this. Necmo, Lydia, Nut, Sifi, Podrick. 9 trials on auto. Okay. Yeah, I find single nut is probably not enough damage. Like once you start entering Nightmare. So you like I have an alt. My alt account I run Teox plus 1 nut. And that can 1 key Nightmare. But I can't 1 key the I'm sorry, that can 1 key Brutal, but cannot 1 key the Nightmare. It's just short on the damage. So I find that 1 nut is a little bit difficult. Oh, I was just testing out the Harima. I think Harima yeah, I think Nut is probably better than Harima here. Maybe just by a little bit, like damage wise. Yeah, focus on trials, the only way to get mythical pieces. Yeah, I think that's the strat, right? Yeah, Gwendolyn, yeah, she's good. You go over damage, you go for 200. I go for trials, you get 120, 30. Ninja Mikage. Yeah, I think HP burn, right? Yeah, I think it depends, right? Depends on your account. Like for me, one key is not hard. For me, one key is not hard, but getting more trials is the hard part. So I think like so I'm in what is it? This is sorry, nightmare difficulties. Sorry, I was getting confused. Sorry. My alt could not one key ultra nightmare. It can one key nightmare with one nut and Teox. But right now we are on nightmare with this team. I can take him out. Like I saw a team actually with this guy, with the fat one. I saw a team like this with the fat man because the fat man brings a HP burn, right? I think you need HP burn for one of the trials and poisons. Like I think this one might work, but I don't know what kind of build they were using. I have a reflex build. He's kind of slowish. I don't know. I used Lamasu, Elva, Opardin, Lydia, Marius. 4 trials. 7 trials in there. Yeah, I'm probably similar. I'm probably similar damage output. Yours is a little bit higher, but trials about the same. Affinity matters a ton in one DPS setup. I mean, yeah, with Marius, you bring burn poisons. I can't keep him alive. Oh, I see. But you bring a reviver, right? Then you're okay. I don't know. I never tried it. I never tried him. Lamasu. Lamasu brings decreased speed, block buffs, decreased attack. And then the reset. Would you need reset? I could use Lamasu. I mean, I have a Lamasu. Would reset be better than... She's not... Yeah, she's building the Hydra. I mean, we should give it a try. Why not give it a try? "12 trials with Barrican." Okay. Not when he dies every hit? Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're right. Accuracy is low. Thanks. You're right. Lamasu I use in my Hydra team. So actually, you guys, I had the best Hydra performance ever this last week. Show you my Hydra performance. Actually, right here. 15 billion total points. So I'll show you guys. This is my Nightmare team. The problem with this team was I forgot to change Marius into 9-piece Merciless. I left him in my lethal gear. So with 9-piece Merciless, he should be doing like 450. So he probably could have done even more damage. So I would be close to 900 million on my Nightmare team, which is pretty sick. Like that's pretty sick. I love this team. This team's so fun. Thor is, he shines a lot here too. And then I freaking did this Trunda team, 3.5 billion on Brutal. It's pretty good, guys. Considering my previous best was 1 billion on Hard. I made 2 changes on this team, and then I went to Brutal, and I basically like 5x my score, like 5x my best. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it takes, and then this is my Brutal team. I just basically jammed, like shoehorned in 3 insane champions, and then it just went to town. It's not really that good, but it still did, 620 on Hard, just but not too bad. But we did pretty good. 15 billion on that one. Let's see how. I mean, I'm gonna try. Sorry, we're doing Chimera, right? Chimera. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try maybe try Farrakhan for this. Yeah, I'll show the Trina team as a video. I did record it, so I'll show it as a video. Yeah. Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, what's up? Sorry, missing some of you guys. Show the builds for your Trunda team. I got the champs, but can't make Trunda hit hard. Yeah, I'll do it in a video because I got all the stats and stuff ready to go because I have to move the gear. I have to move the gear off them, so I can't show the stats anymore. So 9 trials. I think you can do 11, 12, maybe more, and do more damage. Kind of mage. Necmo, Ninja, Mikage, Lydia, Elva. Yeah, it seems like Ninja can pump up more trials. The thing is, my Ninja is freaking weak sauce, man. Ninja's got 3 stars, and he's in a build. I don't use him like ever. That's the thing. I don't use him for anything. I don't use him for anything. He could maybe fit well with Mikage and Hydra, but I use Ieyasu, right? Ieyasu is crazy. I don't know if Ninja would do better than Ieyasu. Yeah, it's true. I didn't really remember exactly Insenza's A1. That's the thing. Yeah, I wasn't super pumped about Insenza because I forgot about her A1 being an ally attack, giving her more damage, right? Even with like 6.53 crit damage. I'm still only doing like 400 million on normal. Okay. You build Farrakhan for damage or survival. I think you just build him super fast, probably in reflex, maybe relentless, so you get more ally attacks back. It might even be like relentless plus merciless, like 4-piece merciless, 4-piece relentless, something like that, so you can get some more ally attacks. But yeah, it is what it is. Anyways, I don't want to do Chimera right now. It's one of those things I'm gonna put off and then think about it a little bit. Reckless. How long is that 4 myth chest? Should I take? I'm starting to give up on Maris. Don't give up. You'll get it eventually. Don't give up. You'll get it eventually. Once you use 5 stars, you can rank up. Never use one. I'm sitting on 15. I mean, okay. The advantage of 5-star chicken is that you can use them rather quickly. The disadvantage of using them is that they take up a lot of space in your scrolling. So you know what I mean, right? If you guys know what I mean, you guys know what I mean. But for example, like if I wanted to rank this guy up, look how many chickens I have to go through. You know what I mean? Like it takes up all this scrolling. What they should do is put this all into one chicken. Why would they need all the chickens laid out like this? It makes no sense. But the other thing is that if you're using up the chickens, you're not using up champions, which means your inventory fills up faster. But the other negative is that if you use up your champions, your account player power drops. So there's a lot of different things. There's a lot of like small, useless things. Whether you use chickens or champions. Generally, I use chickens over champions because you never know when that champion is going to be useful. You never know, right? You never know when that champion is going to be useful. So at least having a champion will be useful, maybe, has a 0.1% chance of being useful. Whereas if you have a chicken, you know that chicken is always going to be a chicken, right? At least, you know, maybe there's going to be a Diabolus meta one day, right? Or Justicar meta, you know, like you never know, right? Maybe I need to test. One time I didn't have a Fellhound on my account, so I keep, you know, random stuff around. So that's just for me, but random stuff. Yeah, Discord is fine, yeah. You can message me anytime. If I see the message and if I have the seconds to respond, I'll respond for sure. Spare Nuba chicken, yeah. Yeah, these I get from content creator perks. So, you know, not gonna lie, full transparency, I get these from content creator perks. I don't even know how much I get per week because I don't use them. Right? But yeah, I get these per week. You can keep a copy of every epic. I try to keep a copy of every single epic because, like I said, like on the test server, I don't have everything, right? I only have what I have. So if I don't have it, then I don't have it. So I try to keep whatever I have, right? So you can see, like, I have tons of 5-star shit in here, right? But of course, I don't try to 5-star stuff that I won't empower. So no, sorry, that I will empower. So these are things that I won't empower most likely. So then that's why they're 5-star. But yeah, yeah. Kill you guys. Yes. Okay. Anyways, guys, probably gonna have to call it here. It's getting a little bit long, but thank you guys so much for hanging out. I do appreciate it. You know, pretty steady, like 250 viewers. That's really awesome. So I do appreciate that very much, guys. Hopefully you guys have a great day. Have a great CVC. I will be doing one more CVC stream in 2 weeks. And then afterwards, I'm going to be taking a couple weeks vacation. So I'll be off, I'll be out of town for a couple weeks. But I'll still be online and stuff. And I'll probably be less active in game, but try to take a real vacation, you know what I mean? But we'll still have one more stream to reconnect before I go. So we'll talk about that next time. And yeah, who approved my vacation? I don't know. I'm just leaving. Hopefully things will be okay. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. If you guys are new here, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Come back for some more content. Like I said, I stream once every CVC, so once every 2 weeks. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. It helps out the channel, algorithm, etc., etc. And yeah, have a great day. Have a great CVC. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you guys in the next one.